of them left. Game day. Lobos at Air Force tonight. Game day. Conference tournaments next week. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I don't even know who the hell I am anymore. What's up? Merry Wednesday. 'Tis your opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Happy Wednesday to you, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Micah produces for us on the radio side. Jay Pohl back in on the TV side. You can watch worldwide simulcast of this here program on ProViewNetworks.com, on our Facebook page, The OD in the AM, or on Comcast Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. How you living?
What'd it do?
It do. You watched some Zion, LeBron last night?
Did.
Oh, how about that?
Little PIP West Coast action. Got some Mountain West and NBA going.
Yeah, boy.
LA and San Diego last night.
The Mountain West game kept my attention till about 11:15 because it had to keep your attention the whole way. I don't know if it's more of an indictment on San Diego State or Colorado State. San Diego State held on, had to come back. They were losing the majority of that game and came back and won by 6 points. I think it was 57-51 last night in San Diego. The Rams 66-61. Yeah, I was in the wrong decade. 66-61. I was guessing, trying to go by memory.
66-60.
No, it was by 6, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Aztecs win was the bottom line to that whole story, but Colorado State played well. That's a club, by the way. They're super young outside of Carvaccio in Colorado State, and another one who can make some noise in the tournament next week. Like the Aztecs, obviously, and we've seen the last two games, are not invincible, even though they're 27-1 and ranked 5th in the country and have already clinched the 1 seed, and they're going to the tournament on the 1 or 2 line. But Vegas beat them. CSU could beat them. Utah State could absolutely beat them, and I think Nevada could beat them. I think there's 4 teams that can give them a run.
Yes, and I think Colorado State's the pleasant surprise of the Mountain West season for basketball, unless they've scored 100 points on you this year. I like the way they play. The first half was very similar to what happened against UNLV. The difference, Colorado State wasn't able to build a cushion. They had a lead. They competed the whole way, but they never got it up to double digits. It was a 2-point game at halftime, so it was pretty much just one possession the entire way. And San Diego State hit their 3-point shots. Neither team shot well from the field.
They didn't early.
But that was the key for the Aztecs. Neither team shot well from the field, despite Colorado State shooting 50% in the first half. They only shoot 39% for the game, so they came back down there. They were just 5 of 20 from 3, where the Aztecs hit 11 of them. So they were plus 18, and that was huge for them in the second half to get the win. And I think this is more Colorado State and just how good and how competitive they've been in Mountain West play, and a bit of a reset. I think if you're the Aztecs or Brian Dutcher, you want these 2 games. Your team's getting pushed. They're having to respond late. Now, they didn't respond on Saturday, but they had that moment.
They responded. They just didn't respond enough.
They
didn't get there.
They got beat. They were trailing by double digits in that game, and so you're still a one-loss team. You're 27-1 on the season. You will absolutely take games like this into Vegas and then into the NCAA tournament.
505-246-0610 is how you get in today. 888-922-0610. Emails jeff@610knml.com or jj@610knml.com on the Twitter. _JJ Buck, Facebook, The OD in the AM. I agree with that on Brian Dutcher. And while Aztec fans are nervous and borderline psychotic because they lost a game, San Diego State needed to get pushed. They're winning games by double digits. They're winning every game by double digits. And it's not going to be that way in the NCAA tournament. And probably not going to be that way in the conference tournament. Maybe the first one. Maybe. But I agree with you. Brian Dutcher. We've had the conversation now. It's been a lot of years. Remember the Alford team that was winning every game by a lot? I want to say it was the team that lost to Harvard, right? They're winning every game. There were no close games. There just weren't any close games. And they got one in the NCAA tournament and they got beat by Harvard. I agree with you. I talked to Mike May, who's the sports information guy, yesterday at San Diego State. And, how you doing? He said, well, it was better 48 hours ago. I said, really, man? 26-1. You're on the one line. I said, did you really think you're going undefeated? I said, I get it. People are losing their mind. He says, dude, people are losing their mind. And I said, because you lost a game? Like, is that where San Diego State fan has gotten to? And then I went over and I read some of the worst thing you can ever do is read message boards.
It can get interesting.
And
Just like a sports talk show.
well, in a lot of respects, yeah. and this one guy, but they're 26-1. Now 27-1, and this one guy. This team doesn't play defense, and offensively, and there's this big long critique because they lost a game by 3 points. They lost one game by 3 points, and when you go,
And then all the other stuff they're doing is fake.
right,
It's
right.
very similar.
Everything else, because it goes down to what do I tell you all the time? You can't lose a game.
No, it's in the moment. You had one bad thing happen, and like, well, I saw this coming. They were never this good anyway.
That's right. That's right. No, you can't lose a game with some fans. And the guy had this whole big critique and how Dutch has got to get control of this. And I'm like, oh my good Lord. Like, if you want to talk about first world problems, you lost your first game of the season on February 20-something. And it was by 3 points. And in fact, if Yanni Wetzel hit some free throws down the stretch, you probably win, right? In that game against UNLV on Saturday. They're losing their mind. Other game was senior night, and that was in Logan, where Utah State.
You see the halftime score?
I did not.
51-14.
Shut up. They played San Jose State. And the halftime score, sure as hell, was 51-14. They won 94-56. 94-56, Utah State wins at home on senior night for Sam.
Hopefully you had a lot of good senior stories in your back pocket if you're calling that game.
Well, they emptied the bench and all the seniors got to play. Keita, who, while not a senior, may have played his final game in Logan, scored 23 and had 10 rebounds. 12 and 13 for Bean, and then Sam Merrill had 18 points. They're clicking, man. Jerry's got him on the 9 line. I think Lenardi's got him on the 10 line. They're probably pretty solidly in. They've got one more to go in regular season, as does the majority of them. They'll be at New Mexico on Saturday, and then they'll be the 2 seed in the conference tournament. That team, and again, can't you see them beating San Diego State?
Yeah, San Diego State's not invincible.
Right.
Going into the Mountain West tournament, especially what we've seen in the last 2 games. Utah State's playing much better. They're rounding into form as the team that preseason favorites, but now we're just expecting them to push San Diego State. I like the way Nevada's playing. I like what Colorado State does, and Boise State's still right there. So there's absolutely some intrigue going into Las Vegas.
Nevada got pushed in Laramie last night. Jalen Harris, 23 points. They get past Wyoming, 73-68 did Nevada. Now, again, weird score. Nevada's a different team away from Lawler. Nevada gets San Diego State. Now, could they have been maybe looking ahead to San Diego State on Saturday? I guess you can have that conversation. Jazz Johnson had 13. Nevada's 19-10. 12-5 in conference play. They've won 6 in a row. Lindsey Drew's playing well for them, but they went on the road. Look, get it done. And I don't care where you win. They've struggled with Wyoming. Nevada beat Wyoming in Reno 68-67. Maybe it's a matchup thing for them. I figure that one out, because that was a tough one to figure out, isn't it? Why they struggle so much with that team?
Yeah, matchup, confidence, and then other guys are going to have their night.
Yeah,
eventually.
Well, that's right. All right, so right now, as we sit, San Diego State, Utah State, Nevada, Boise State, and UNLV will get the byes. Okay, that's as we sit.
And we know for sure the first 4 you listed.
Yeah, they're all
locked in.
Right,
byes.
UNLV and Colorado State are still battling for that last spot. UNLV plays Boise State tonight. If they get beat by Boise State, then it comes down to UNLV finishes with San Jose State on Saturday, and Colorado State, I believe, gets Air Force. Okay, so that's where we are right now. So your first, as we sit now, your 6-11 game is Colorado State, Wyoming. Your 7-10 game is New Mexico, San Jose State, and then your 8-9 game is Fresno State Air Force. So New Mexico right now is sitting in the 7th spot, just a half game better than Fresno State. They need to win tonight. right? You want to be in the 7th spot instead of the 8th spot. You'd rather get Utah, or does it? Would you? Do you want, assuming you get through that first game, do you want to play? Do you want to play San Diego State or Utah State on Thursday?
The answer
you may have a different
is
answer after Saturday, right? I mean,
we'll see how they match up with, but I can't.
Here's the deal: they have no answer for Keita. Right
they don't have an answer for Keita, but even with the last meeting where we saw the Lobos play 25 minutes, like solid
against San Diego State,
competing basketball against San Diego State, you can't sit here with confidence and say, "Yeah, we want the Aztecs over Utah State." That's a position you're in. It's either 1 or 2 in conference, and both are good basketball.
Pick your right. I mean, do you want to? And you got to get through that first game. And there's no guarantee the way this team is played that you're getting through anybody right now. I mean, I don't know if right now I told you, all right, you're getting San Jose State on Wednesday in the 7-10 game. How do you feel about that? I mean, you want to believe you're going to beat San Jose State, but you don't even know who you're playing, right? Tavion Percy's out for the year. I don't know that means a lot. But do you have any idea what lineup he's putting out on the floor tonight?
No.
None, right? I mean,
no.
You don't know if you're seeing Zane Martin.
More discipline.
That's right.
The guys respond. And one of the things we can get into, as we were talking about yesterday, is all the what-if scenarios. Not just with, why is he doing this now? Paul Warrenton's discipline. Well, it's happening. Now, what are the last 2 weeks going to look like?
No, all that's right. And I guess I'd have a little bit more confidence if you tell me Zane Martin and Keith McGee and Vontae Hendricks are going to play as opposed to Kurt Vegscheider and Jordan Arroyo, and all the praise Arroyo's getting. Like I love his hustle, but you feel good about him guarding Yanni Wetzel or Neemias Queta? Just asking.
You don't.
505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili, breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? 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 Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits.
Finish 7th or 8th. I can't even believe we're having this conversation.
Oh, this is what we're talking about.
First round, if you're 7, would probably be San Jose State, and if you drop to 8th, it would be Air Force. I'm looking. So Fresno State, if they tie with Fresno State, right? And Fresno State's going to close out on Saturday with Wyoming. So you figure they're going to win. You got to win today, or you're going into that 10 game, right? Into that 8-9 game, right? You figure they're going to win. They'll go to 7-11. If you don't win tonight, you're probably not going to beat Utah State. You're going in on a 6-7 game losing streak, and you fall to the 8-9 game, right? You got to win tonight, or it's going to be Air Force, right? Do you see another way?
No,
I don't. As far as your best win, so the tiebreaker would be, how did you do against each other? You split. This is with Fresno State, and then they go down. Okay, who beat San Diego State? Who beat? What's your best win? And Fresno State, I think the Boise State win might be the tiebreaker, right, for New Mexico?
Yeah, that's what I believe.
Yeah.
It is that right now.
All right, 505-246-0610 if you want to get in. Lobos and Air Force tonight. It's a 7 o'clock game over on News Radio KKOB. It's going to be Trey Bender and Sed Bonner on the call on the television side. And, of course, Robert Portnoy and Hunter Green will have the call for you on radio. Lobo women close out their regular season Thursday. That would be tomorrow at Utah State. Lady Lobos on the road after getting run out of the gym on Monday by Air Force. And then they'll start the conference tournament in Las Vegas on Saturday. man, we're here. As my 13-year-old said to me, Dad, time goes really fast. The older you get, time flies. I'm like, really, kid?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Really? Yes, it does. Remember when like a few months ago was a long way away? Not no mo.
Today is today.
Today is, wow. Did you hear what he just did? Dang, JJ Buck. That's right. Today, put it on the board.
Put it
Yes,
on the
today is
Today is
today.
today.
It's like a fortune.
Not
and a
tomorrow. It's
fortune
not
cookie.
yesterday. It's today.
It is a fortune cookie without the calories. Yeah, without the bad cookie. Yes. You like fortune cookies? Like the cookies themselves?
I wouldn't say I like them. I eat them. Like
Yeah,
the
like
thing.
it's got a little vanilla taste to it. You like anybody like fortune cookies?
It's definitely not something I'd purchase on like by itself. So, let's get a bag of fortune cookies.
Well, if you were going through the store and there was like, hey, here's a bag of fortune cookies for $1, you could
I'd
sit there and
still pass it up.
Which fortune would you believe?
Just buy a bag and go through it until you get one you like.
Right.
Like,
Is it
boom!
bad karma to have more than one? And then which one is your real fortune? And which lottery numbers are you supposed to play? Would it be the first one or would it be, I mean, which one is it? Which one's your real fortune? I don't know fortune cookie etiquette or karma for that matter. But that's how we live. All right, so that's what happened last night. Duke got beat by Wake Forest last night too. Duke is in danger of falling down to what, like the 3 line?
Yeah, that was a bad loss for Duke, especially when you have an 11-point lead, like a minute and a half to go in the game, and you end up losing that game in overtime.
Yep.
Some defensive issues there
All right.
for the Blue Devils.
LeBron and Zion. I did not watch this, but it sounds like it was pretty entertaining last night.
It was very entertaining. The one thing New Orleans can do is score points, but it was a reminder, LeBron James, season high 40 points.
Yep.
He's got it. Team's good. Alex Caruso made some big plays. He's like the folk hero of the NBA this year because he's a balding white guy that can dunk. So
Who
he's
doesn't like that?
The best thing that's ever happened in the NBA.
I mean, everything you
Alex
said right
Caruso.
there is perfect. Like, who doesn't like
The
that?
icing on the Caruso cake, he stuffed Lonzo Ball at the rim.
Oh.
Lonzo going in for
How
a
about
dunk.
the
Caruso from
crowd
the weak
went
side.
bonkers.
Boom. Nuts. Like he stole Lonzo Ball's soul.
Did he?
It doesn't matter. Lonzo could have scored 60 points that game.
'cause it was in LA.
didn't matter. Caruso blocked you at the rim in the second half when it was a tight contest. He now owns your soul.
Did they show LeVar in the?
I haven't seen LeVar in months. No idea what he's doing.
Is he in Lithuania?
He's in hiding. He's waiting to show up in the NBA draft when LaMelo?
Mello?
Is it?
Or LiAngelo?
LiAngelo? LaMelo?
I guess LaMelo.
LaMelo Ball is
The next ball. Why are you laughing over there?
top.
You sit in the corner giggling like a little girl.
He'll
What's
come
so
out and just
funny
like,
to you?
Boof! LeVar Ball.
I'm watching the highlights and I want to see. So the place just go nuts when when Caruso
almost broke the internet.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's good. All right, so that's your hoops. 505-246-0610 if you want to get in. 888-922-0610. Don't forget, we are going to be in Vegas next week. The opening drive will be live from Thomas & Mack Center on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Mountain West Conference Tournament. And looking forward to being out there. I want to say thank you to our 5 great conference tournament sponsors who are making sure that we get there. Hooters, your college hoops headquarters. Rudy Chavez, attorney at law. Remember, Saul calls Rudy. American Home Furniture and Mattress, they guarantee you'll pay less. Airport parking, park for less than half the price of Sunport parking. And 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK. Call attorney Clay Miller at 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK. We got other stuff going on. Looks like there's going to be a CBA, sign a collective bargaining agreement in the National Football League. It's a lot of details, but for you it means probably no work stoppage. And it sounds like it may get done fairly soon, right? It looks like it's going to go for a full union vote. And it sounds like this thing, they made some tweaks to it, and it's win-win-win. It will have a 17-game season. It will have more roster spots. It will increase minimum salary. It's going to increase jobs. The taxi squad is going to increase. So it sounds like this thing's probably going to happen. Don't you agree?
Yeah, it just needs like barely the majority.
Yeah.
Like, well, that's what the majority is, just barely. But
and we're going to get the expanded playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 17-game regular season. More roster spots. A shortened preseason, a higher percentage of revenue for the players, upgraded pensions for former players, And the owners also agree to eliminate the $250,000 cap on earnings for players when they get the extra game check for the 17-game season. There was a cap on that, and the players fought back on that because what's the point? It's only another $250,000. Why am I, and I know for you and me, it sounds like a whole lot of money. But when your game checks are $1.5 million or $2 million, whatever, why am I doing this for another $250,000? And so they'll get another game check. It will not be capped at that. So the owners approved the new CBA last week. Wasn't unanimous, and it does seem fairly certain on everything that I'm reading and everybody I'm listening to that the owner or the players are going to go ahead and approve this thing as well. So it looks like we won't have a works. I think this is good for everybody, right? I mean, it feels like.
Well, when it gets to the money side of it, yeah. And then we'll have an extra week of regular season football, one more team in the playoffs.
I'm not a big fan of the extra playoff, by the way, but fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't kill your product. It dilutes it a little bit.
It does. There'll be times where a team wins and we'll win a couple games in the playoffs because it's what happened before.
Remember you said? Yeah,
but
yeah.
there will also be seasons where you'll, just like last year, you look at it, 8-8 Duck Hodges.
Yeah.
Woo!
And
Let's
the
go.
Rams are going to go play. I look.
So it will have its moments, and then it'll have other times where that will definitely increase a below 500 team odds of getting to the playoffs.
Yep. Oh, that's right. So you can get in on the CBA, but it looks like you won't have a work stoppage in football, which is, bottom line, probably good for everyone. Hey, no one does home equity loans and lines of credit like Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Home equity is the value in your home, and a home equity loan or line of credit lets you turn that value into cash or credit. So does your home need a new bathroom or kitchen, some upgrades? Check Kirtland Federal Credit Union's home equity offerings and see what they can do for you. At Kirtland Federal Credit Union, there are 0 closing costs. That means you could save thousands of dollars on your home equity loan or line of credit. Easy to apply. You can use your cash or credit for anything, an upgrade, an event, any expense you may have. Stop by and see the experts at the Kirtland Federal Credit Union Home Loan Center at the corner of Jefferson and Osuna. Kirtland Federal Credit Union, they are more than military. They are for life. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender federally insured by the NCUA.
Good morning, sports animals. Time is 7:28. Let's take another look at that commute to work. So we still got that water main break at Wyoming and Manal. So you may see some congestion approaching that intersection. And also, Wyoming is a sheet of ice out there just north of Manal due to that water main break. So please avoid the area. It is going to be very slick. Take Moon or Pennsylvania instead. And if you do see any other accidents out there, please give us a call at the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 in Comanche. From the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center, I'm Micah Turman with your sports animal traffic.
Hey, it's Michael Carlisle. By now, you've probably seen commercials from national companies that promote 100% online mortgage loan with no human interaction. Don't fall for it. I suggest you call Ben Lucero at Indigo Mortgage instead. On the surface, an online mortgage loan might sound easy, but applying for a mortgage isn't like buying a new pair of shoes. You're a real person making a real decision on the biggest financial transaction of your life. You gotta ask, is the real person for the 100% online lenders for the benefit of you, the consumer, or for them, the company? Mortgages are very complex and more than just plugging numbers in and locking in a rate. You might have questions, and have a friendly, caring professional is the only way to get the answers you need. You're not a transaction, you're a person. Nobody cares more about your mortgage loan than Ben Lucero and his team at Indigo Mortgage. Call him at 836-5700 or visit him at indigomortgage.net. A local lender who wants what's best for you, 836-5700.
NMLS 188348.
Shaq Sports Hour. Sports fans, we're talking all-time most heartbreaking moments. You're on.
Shaq, I sent my husband to get an Epson EcoTake printer and he bought the wrong printer.
Ooh, that's bad. But as far as sports...
He bought one with cartridges.
Yeah, cartridges are a pain, but...
The EcoTank is cartridge-free. Comes with a ridiculous amount of ink.
Your husband owes you big time. Let me talk to him.
Already taken care of. He's giving me a foot massage right now. Say hi, dear.
Hey, Shaq. Nice. Sports Hour. Sponsored by Epson EcoTank. Just feel and chill. Get your Epson EcoTank at Staples today.
Fresca's
Productions presents March Madness, a night of pro boxing Saturday, March 7th at Isleta Resort and Casino. Matthew Diamond Boy Griego versus Ronnie Baldonado. Tickets from $25 at Isleta.com. Cards up to the king. March Madness, March 7th at Isleta Resort and Casino.
This is not what I thought I was ordering. Now I gotta return it.
Well, there's no need to shop online anyway. We've got a great place here in town that makes all the hassles go away.
I know, American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center.
They've got exactly what you want in stock.
And you can even get it delivered today. It's easy and convenient.
Great quality items for every room in your home. Beds, tables, chairs, sofas, mattresses, rugs, and so much more.
And don't forget their low.
And if you do have an issue, you can talk to a real person. No trying to figure out how to ship it back.
I should have remembered. It's also the clearance center for all their locations.
Right. Canceled special orders, floor samples, closeouts, overstocked, and one-of-a-kinds.
There's new items and new markdowns almost every day, too.
And many of the items are at, near, or below cost. Quantities are limited, and when they're gone, they're gone.
Plus, there's great financing options available. Financing is subject to credit approval. American Home credit card accounts are issued by Comenity Bank.
Remember, the American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center, I-25 in Comanche.
If you have a plumbing emergency at your home or business, call Roto-Rooter for fast emergency plumbing service 24 hours a day. With 80 years experience, when it comes to plumbing emergencies, Roto-Rooter makes things right.
Flo here with a word that's just weird. Terry cloth. Who exactly is Terry? And why does he get his own fabric? Did he journey below SPF 50? Fight off some weeds in his daffodils? How about a word for everyone? Flotection. Yeah, I just made it up. But I'm not making up how great it feels when me and Progressive protect your new home. Ever think of that, Terry? No. Terry only thinks of himself.
Save an average of 17% on car insurance when you bundle home and auto through Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Take us with you anywhere. Well, maybe not there. Download the KNML app in the App Store and Google Play now. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Lobo basketball tonight over on News Radio KKOB, 6:30 pregame show from Albertsons Radio Row, Clune Arena, Colorado Springs. Lobos and Air Force, final true road game of the season for UNM. They'll come home, wrap up the regular season. Senior day on a Saturday night against Utah State. And then on the beautiful Sin City, where they'll open up conference tournament play on Wednesday in the first round, is what they call it. Or playing game, however you want to refer to it, but they refer to it as the first round of the conference tournament. I think you got to win tonight, man, to have anything going into Vegas, because I just don't see how you're going to beat that team on Saturday.
And for the Lobos, you brought it up, we don't even know what the lineup is going to be. Is there anything else that popped up? How is the team responding to what went down on Sunday in Boise State? And for Paul Weir, with all the questions this season, and we got away from him on and off the court, all right, he's changing. And if he is resetting expectations, now trying to create it, even if it's too little too late right now, how are those guys in the moment going to respond? Because it happened. And he made a statement with Vontae Hendricks not playing, Zane Martin sitting out the first half. What are those guys going to look like? It's to your point, we don't even know the lineup right now. Yeah, so if you're talking about the spread and who you taking in the game, there's still so many uncertainties, because we can assume, hey, those guys are back, they're going to play, be in the starting lineup, and then you should feel good about them beating Air Force. But did we expect what we saw on Sunday in terms of the guys not playing? We didn't. So.
What do you think the spread is?
Oh, I know what it is.
Air Force is a 2.5-point favorite. I don't even like. If you were going to tell me go to the window and make a bet, I don't even know which way I would go. You like UNLV as a 3-point favorite at home over Boise State? I probably do too. Yeah, I mean that's a good number. I think that's going to be a good close game. But I wouldn't. If you told me here, go, you got to go place a bet on the Lobos Air Force tonight. I mean, I guess I'd bet Air Force because I don't know who's playing. And then I've watched the Lobos play on the road, and and they've not been good, period. And they've certainly not been good away from the pit. And I have no idea. I mean, if And even if you told me, nope, Zane Martin and Vontae Hendricks and
you just wouldn't feel good because just all the questions, the execution. I'd go Lobos. I think they win tonight. I think they score enough points against an Air Force team that doesn't defend anyone themselves in conference play.
So you got Lobos tonight, even if it's Vegscheider and Quach and Arroyo.
I'm expecting it not to be that.
Okay, all right.
But that's the thing. You place your bet, and then it all goes out the window if you find out, the guys didn't respond, and there's more things going on, and here we go with our starting lineup.
Right. I mean, I just don't touch this game.
Yeah.
If I'm a better, but I the other piece is, even if those guys play, what are you getting? What are you getting from them? Like, is it a motivated team? Is it a team that's just playing out the schedule? Is it a team that just wants to hit the tape and be done with it?
And the hard thing is, who can emerge even at this point in time as someone
Vance Jackson.
I'm not talking about just a talented player, as someone that can set the tone.
Yeah, it's Vance Jackson. I remember last year at this time and in the last couple of games in the conference.
But the problem is the on-court chemistry. There's issues there. So even if you look at Vance Jackson, you have called him the most talented player on this Lobo basketball team. He can be probably the most impactful player on the floor. It's just not working at times because when he's on the court with Lyle, there's just frustration there. And do the guys even trust Jaquan on the court and his decision making? There's someone that I thought was just in a good spot this season and still could be there. It was Zane Martin, because he was the one they were worried about. It was Zane Martin has the edge. Zane Martin's the one that is he going to be able to keep everything in order, and he was. Now he had that moment along with Vontae Hendricks last week, and they paid the price. But for the most part, he's been the guy that they can rely on in this lineup. And that's my thing, is not just if the team responds, but how do they respond on the court? Because there's been so many different dynamics, like who can step up and emerge as a leader when everyone's just kind of looking at each other going, what are you doing? What are we doing?
Yeah.
What's happening here?
And so
even if those guys respond and took the message to heart and said, all right, we get it. We made some mistakes last week, went through it, whatever. Is that going to trickle down to everyone?
Look, I don't know that he does, but if there's a guy, it's him. But to your point, the ball's not in his hands. Nobody's got to get it to him. He's not the point guard. I don't know. Is Lyle your starting point guard? Is Martin your starting point guard? Is Vegscheider on the court? If you're asking me, is there one guy that I think can kind of take over and take charge? That's the guy. Because I saw him do it at the end of last season. Different group
and it would make sense to run offense through him. Like get the ball in his hand on the perimeter.
Wouldn't it have made sense weeks ago?
It would have, absolutely. Or have him kind of run that mid-post, be the point forward, open it up.
Yes. And he's had his flashes, and then he hasn't been the same since he's come back from the injury. And then you saw the tweet that he put out, if y'all only knew what was going on behind the scenes, and then that was deleted. And look, there's so much more going on here than just on-court chemistry. It's off-court chemistry, which has gone to on-court chemistry. And do they even like each other? Do they want to play? And that's my whole question to you. Are they just ready to hit the finish line? They just next Wednesday, Thursday, whenever it is, just be done and just be done with this mess.
Mm-hmm. And I'm right there with you. It's Paul Weir could do things that maybe get certain guys' attention, but right now, as late as it is, with as much friction as we see with this Lobo basketball team, is it even going to matter? Is it going to work, or is it just something he has to start doing to set the tone in the next season? And to me, that's what it is. He has to start building right now what the offseason and what next year is going to be from him and his staff.
If they lose tonight, I think they lose on Saturday, they lose on Wednesday, they're done. Because they're going to get Air Force again on Wednesday. And I think tonight is going to tell you that they even want to be doing this anymore. That's do you think I'm way over?
I don't think so. First 4 minutes.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But, I mean, I just overall, do they fight this thing through? It's going to be on the road. It's going to be a weird atmosphere up there. I'm going to
First 4 minutes.
Cold. It's, going there. I just.
Are they going to try to get inside against a team that
first 4 minutes, right?
Yeah. Because they could come out and
you should
the effort's fine, this and that. But if it's Arroyo and Quash and Wedge Schneider, and they're not hitting shots, and then there's some foul trouble, and then all of a sudden
We shouldn't be sitting here on February 26th saying, I don't even know who they are, and who's the starting lineup, and what do they do, and are they going to run the
we shouldn't, but we are, because
yes.
how the season has gone.
It's the opening drive on 95. Adam Deal's going to be here, right, at 9:15. I think we're talking high school sports. District tournaments are underway. Is your
Adam Deal Day.
Is your Grand Poobah going to be here? In
Deal Day.
Ripped up jeans and V-neck and a sports coat?
He better, and I want him.
Hopefully.
And I want him with a stack of brackets. Just brackets everywhere.
I think he has brackets. Or bracketology.
And then he'll have you call him up with that font that you use.
On the font, though. On the font.
That's a good-looking font. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal and ProView Networks.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, #life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless.
A CBA vote, a collective bargaining agreement from the NFL Players Union, maybe today. But very, very soon as the Combine is getting going. You've got NFL news to talk about. Joe Burrow said he'd be happy to play for the Bengals. Has there been more garbage made about what he said and how he said it and what he didn't say and what did he mean?
It's that time of year, Jeff.
Enough.
That time of year.
Enough.
Smokescreen season. Tua's going to be a cowboy. Small hands Joe Burrow's a bust.
He's going to retire, he said, right? He should just, because the ball's going to slip out of his tiny little hand.
Teeny hand Joe.
Teeny hand Joe.
You go to the NFL and football is just like 8 times the size, apparently.
The football is getting bigger. There'll be more football to go around for more people who can't afford the football.
Can't all have hands like Paxton Lynch.
That's right.
And Cody Kessler.
Yeah. All right, Jeff says Lobo basketball gave up 30 days ago. Wait, you and JJ can see players they should be playing through to get open and run an offense, but Weir can't see that? Who's given up? ? It starts at the top. No offensive strategy, no defense, period. Time to stop blaming players and look at the leadership from the top. So he believes the players have given up, but the reason he believes the players have given up is because they're what are they playing for?
Who's sitting there just blaming players? We're talking about the whole pie.
I don't think so. I don't think he says we're just blaming, because we're not just blaming the players. But I don't believe the way I read that is
to the players.
The players. It's not. There's no blame on the players, and I disagree with that. The players have absolutely got to absorb
starts.
Are you going to
coach and it trickles down?
Did Paul Weir go out and get that DWI? Did Paul Weir put himself in the position that these young men put themselves in? Did he encourage that because of his lack of discipline? Is that the insinuation? Jaquan threw that party because it was Paul Weir's lack of – didn't have him running pit stairs? Come on, man. At some point, yes, this is absolutely what you're watching on the court, and I think this coach is realizing that, and that's why all of a sudden you saw the discipline last week. And what you're watching as far as defense and there's a lot on the coach and what you see or don't see offensively or defensively, X and O schematically. Yeah. But at some point, I mean, isn't there a responsibility as a student athlete too? I understand they're kids, I'm told. They're young men. But if you're going to, there's some responsibility on the athlete. The young men who went out and made some of these decisions, allegedly. Right? And Paul's got to take a whole chunk of this responsibility. It's his program. It's on him. Yes, but to completely absolve the players from it, come on now. I mean, they're the ones who decide to show up late. Well, if he's not going to punish him, he's created the atmosphere. Well, yeah, then it's everybody. But yeah, a lot of it's on Paul. And does it start at the top? Yes, it starts at the top. Absolutely. Jeff's right. With that, it starts at the top. But
then you still hope you get better reaction because he put trust in the players. And I think a lot of players will say, yeah, you want to coach like that, but then they didn't handle it well. Now they were, especially when you look at Caldwell and Bragg initially, their incidents happened before the season started, which carried over, and then you had Bragg's extra incident in season with the charge of DUI, not taking a breathalyzer test, and then the questions of the overall discipline with the party being thrown while they're at Nevada. And we can rehash that all we want, but it also does. You go back to Paul Weir, and the easiest way to put it is he believed in talent, and he wanted to kind of let these guys take ownership of the team. And when it comes to basketball itself, I'm okay with that at times, where not everything is scripted. Like, you don't want to just slow down your player and get down there and, all right, call a play. You want them to play basketball. You want them to take ownership of it. And that's what he was trying to build, is like have these guys out there, get in a rhythm, know the style, let's go. And then from there, it just got worse and worse all across the board, on and off the court.
Well, you want them prepared, and I think a lot of people feel they're not prepared. So you want to let them play, you want to let them go, you want to go unscripted. That's fair. I think there's a lot to that. So it's like an organized chaos kind of a thing, right? But you want them prepared. And a lot of times they don't look prepared.
Yeah.
Defensively, I mean, what? Tell me what they are defensively.
They're not good, and that's where you
I'll tell you what they are. They're not good.
They're not good. You just question the effort and the guys buying into what's going on. And the coaches are coaching, but the question is not necessarily if you're a bad coach, is have you lost touch with the team, and then they're tuning you out.
No.
And that's where you get to in situations like this, because every team has a moment where they just go. If you watch the possession, it was 62-60 last night. Colorado State had possession, 30 seconds left, came down and just jacked up a three, and their coach was losing his mind on the sideline because he was trying to call something out. No one did.
Held ball situation on the rebound.
It's just there's moments where players are going to do things on the court that you're always going to lose your mind, that you can't script 24/7.
That three though, Nico Medved's a happy man, right? If that three goes,
that's
down,
absolutely
that's
no,
yeah. No, big players step up and make big shots.
But it's just the highlight. The game is fast, and that's what Paul Weir wanted. He wanted the players to take ownership. He wanted this team to be able to flow, and then you started losing players, and it started coming out the chemistry issues, and then.
All right, Brutus and Pat say Weir is not leaving Mr. Rogers behind. He admitted to becoming something he did not want to be after that first season. He was not the husband or man he wanted to be. He lost sleep and weight. The success or failure of the Liberal basketball program consumed him. The last 2 seasons, not so much. Probably went to a real doctor who put him on Prozac. Really, this is where we're going? And told him he had to dial it down for the sake of his health and his marriage. Boom. He's confronted with a team of dysfunctional alpha dogs that he has no control over. He decides he will put his doctorate in psychology to use and takes on a Mr. Rogers approach. That has not gone well, as they have all run over him. Weir is always organically said he is a different breed looking to experiment with new ideas. As one of your callers noted, I would not put it past Weir to come to the conclusion that organically he's not a head coach and sees brighter future in some other field where he will not be required to teach defense on the basketball court. Man, there's a lot of psychology going on right there.
Right.
That's a lot of I just got the blah, blah, blah text. I don't know. Maybe we should just talk Red Sox. But that's a lot of, I don't know, you've got him on the Prozac, you got him trying to save his marriage, you got him going.
Let's talk NFL CBA for the next 2 hours, because headline news. That's what everyone wants to know.
But there's a lot in that, right? But the point that I'll take out of that is Paul's been a different coach each year.
He has.
And, people tell you, well, you got to be with a different group, right? You've got to adapt to your group.
1 minute.
He's changed more than he would have liked this season, but that's easy hindsight after the fact, looking at how things have got away from him. But I know we've heard it from Brutus in the phone call and the email, the whole stuff about his life you need to get off of. Like, that he doesn't care as much now, or he changed for the better, so he's a worse basketball coach. Like, that's pathetic. You need to stop with stuff like that.
505-246-0610. Emails come in, Jeff at 610knml.com, JJ at 610knml.com.
30. Doesn't care is wrong, too.
Yeah. Oh, I knew this one's coming. If Grammar can fly commercial, then UNM should fly commercial. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Hoser. Mike is in for Hoser because Hoser doesn't work here anymore. Sometimes, it happens. And J. Paul on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Sports Bar with Michael and Mike.
I think the favorite part of the sports bar is the insights, the knowledge they pass on. People who've been there, they tell you exactly what's going on.
Finding out what the current events are, what's going on with all sports. We're football and basketball fans, but you guys cover all the sports, and we like that.
The personalities, they're fabulous. Thank you for being there. We can't do without you.
Weekdays at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
You'll never forget your first car. And you certainly will never forget your first car wreck. When this happens to you, you need an attorney who can help you get your car fixed, help you get all the medical attention you need, and help you get all the money you deserve. Don't deal with the insurance companies without an attorney. They have teams of lawyers and adjusters whose sole job is to pay you as little as possible for your injuries. When you're in a wreck and you need a check, call Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys today. We'll work hard to get you all the money you deserve and to keep you out of the courtroom.
Lerner and Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014.
Attention. If you're in debt to the IRS and frustrated with your options, for a limited time you can call and quickly check your eligibility for the Fresh Start programs offered by the IRS to reduce or even eliminate your tax problem. Through this special toll-free hotline number, you can find out in minutes if you qualify for these powerful new debt reduction programs green-lighted by the IRS for 2019. If you have unfiled tax returns, under audit, have a wage or bank levy, or just want to know your options, business or personal, Republic Tax Relief's A-plus rated tax relief system has helped thousands stop IRS collections immediately and saved millions in tax debt. These relief programs will not last forever. Call the hotline number now, 800-364-1399. That's 800-364-1399. Check your eligibility for tax debt savings today. Call 800-364-1399. That's 800-364-1399.
Message and data rates may apply up to 5 messages a month.
Hi, I'm Drew Green, CEO of Indochino. It surprises me how many men don't consider custom when they're looking for a suit. At Indochino, you can create a custom suit that fits your body, personality, and style perfectly. Here's how it works. You'll choose from over 100 different customizations to find what suits you best. You choose everything from the fabric and lining to the shape of the lapels and pockets to even creating your own monogram. Then it's made to your exact measurements, so it fits you like a glove. It's important to me that everyone can afford the incredible experience of wearing a custom suit, so I make sure our prices are exceptional. Here's a special offer to create a suit that fits everything about you.
Create a custom suit at Indochino from only $399. All customizations included. And right now, get $25 off your first suit when you text FABRIC to 64,000. That's $25 off your first suit when you text FABRIC to 64,000.
Indochino, made for you.
The cost of living seems to go up every year, but Comfort Dental still offers $19 exam and x-rays for new patients, a $185 value, payment due at time of service. Comfort Dental accepts Medicaid and most insurance plans. Comfort Dental branded dental practices are independent franchises, owned and operated by state-licensed general dentists. For dentist contact info, go to comfortdental.com. With locations in Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Santa Fe. We'll be there when you need us. Comfort Dental.
And now a message from Puffs Plus Lotion Tissues. Coughing and sneezing aren't the season's worst flaw. It's the ordinary tissues that can leave noses raw. With each little wipe, they can leave noses red. So do your sniffer a favor. Buy Puffs Plus Lotion instead. Puffs have lotion to soothe and are soft on your nose. You'll feel the difference with each of your blows. Especially during cold and flu season, a nose in need deserves Puffs indeed.
How can a fully stocked restroom improve your image? How can serviced fire extinguishers or a first aid cabinet make your employees more prepared? How can comfortable work apparel make your business more productive? For over 1 million customers, the answer is simple. Cintas. Cintas delivers everything you need to open your doors with confidence. Because helping keep businesses well-equipped, clean, and looking their best, that's our business.
Oh, I'm ready.
Get Cintas and get ready for the workday.
This hour's free money national keyword is check. CHECK. Text it at 95819 for your chance to win. K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM and 610 AM. KNML Albuquerque.
You just bumped me out like you totally harshed my whole high. Dang, bro. What'd you do to me? It's opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 16.
It'll make you feel better, Jeff.
No! What'll make me feel better?
A red sweater.
A red sweater? I was going to wear the red one today. I was. Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Micah, Dre, Paul. You can watch our program worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com or on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM. We are simulcast. 3-camera shoot with a producer, director in here every single day, dedicated to bring you high-definition, good-looking, strapping young JJ Buck. That's what you get every day. Look at the guns on that young fella. Back there behind the glass is young Micah. You kind of get a shot of him in the background, and every once in a while, Dre Paul will back up and give you a wave. That's right. We got simulcast for you. So
Big things coming.
Jeff responded when we said, look, it's totally, yeah, it's on the coach, but it's on, don't the players, you and I feel the players bear some responsibility in this as well. And he said, when I played, yes, there were players we had to babysit. We did it as a team. And Coach Morrison and Ron Meyer came to some of us and said, we have to make sure other players don't bring the entire team down. Alfred made sure players and grad coaches kept all the players in line for the team. Weir's coaching hasn't changed. He's just a bad coach and doesn't belong in D1. Wow. All right. I mean, look, he's not the only one who has that opinion. He's not. 505-246-0610. I just think tonight, man, and Jeff said he thinks they quit 30 days ago. Okay. Maybe they have. Maybe tonight, I have no idea what to expect because I don't know who's going to be on the basketball court. But to have any chance to win a couple of games there, 1, 2 in Vegas, if you lose tonight, I think you're done. I hate that, man. I hate saying it. But if you lose tonight, you're going to have lost because you're not beating Utah State on Saturday, are you?
I'm not picking the Lobos right now to win that game now.
Well, I mean, how would you? So, I don't know. Either way, we're going to Vegas, and I'm going to be there for the Mountain West Conference tournament because there's going to be stories to tell. And the opening drive will be live in Las Vegas. Next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Looking forward to being there because I think the tournament itself, I mean, I'm looking at San Diego State and Utah State and Nevada and Colorado State.
Okay, how much?
But I gotta get the sponsors.
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I apologize.
No, go ahead.
I wanted to get this.
No, finish.
Got me thinking. I'm sorry.
Oh, why?
I'm sorry.
I can get the sponsors in after your take.
No,
You sure?
I'm sorry.
I want to say thank you to Airport Parking. Park for less than half the price of Sunport Parking. Hooters is your college hoops headquarters. 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK. Call attorney Clay Miller at 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK. American Home Furniture and Mattress. We guarantee you'll pay less. And Rudy Chavez, attorney at law. Remember, Saul calls Rudy. How much what? I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know. I guess I need to pay attention. All right. Say it's a Lobos lose tonight, bad game. You lose to Utah State.
Yeah.
Does that shift? Because I started this morning thinking, all right, Paul Ware struggled. It's been a bad season, but I'm expecting him back one more year. If they lose out, does that start to then get people thinking in the wheels turning of, all right, maybe he's not the guy, and I'm not behind him for one more year, and this is a Fran Fraschilla situation where he was here just 3 years.
So you'd have lost 6 in a row, 10 of your last 11, 12 of your last 14.
And then you factor in everything that's gone on this season to lead to this point.
So you think if they win today, somehow it changes the narrative? Does a one game on a Wednesday night at Clune Arena change the
Well, what does it mean tonight? Because if we're saying they have to win, they can't lose this game.
So what it means tonight to me is they've got to win tonight to have a chance to do anything next week. And that's to even win a game. So your point is really fair. Does it if they end up losing? That would be 7 in a row.
Especially if you lost to Air Force twice.
It would be
right?
probably Air Force twice. You'd have lost 7 in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5, 6, 7. You would have lost 10 of your last 11 and 12 of your last 14. You'd have had defections, legal issues. Where are you coming up with a buyout? I mean, you can have all this conversation you want, and legislature's clearing your debt, and you still got to pay Bob Davey, but where are you coming up with the buyout? If that's even where you want to go, and I'm not telling you that is, although obviously that's where Jeff wants to go, that's where some other people want to go. But if you're telling me in year 3,
like, because to the overall like expectations and point of the season, beating Air Force tonight, then losing the next 2 games, it doesn't change much,
right?
But it is
that's fair.
A different look when you have that losing streak.
So let me ask you this:
and then,
if you're the athletic director, are you saying, well, it's hard to put all the blame on the coach because he lost 3 of his best players, or 2 of his best players, and then had this other stuff? Well, Mr. Athletic Director, why did that happen? And why did losing basically 2 players completely tank the whole season? Because essentially that's what happened, right? You lost those 2 players, and the whole season went in the kapah, right? So how are you through which lens are you looking to evaluate it if you're the AD? And part of that lens is going to be, I got no money to buy him out. But and then there's there's Paul's side too. When you sit down and you have your evaluation meeting, what can you hear from your coach that's going to make you feel better about next year? Well, we got Bayron Matos sitting here, and we've got these guys coming in, and I've learned, and we're going to do things differently, and I'm going to discipline differently, and all of those questions are fair. I haven't thought of that in the terms that you just put it out. But if you lose tonight and lose the next 2, you end up losing 7 games in a row, your last 7, right? And you end up losing 10 out of your last 11 and 12 out of your last 14. And if you lose, you'd be 17-15 would be your final record. Oh, man. John, how you living?
Well, just wondering where we're going. I saw a thing on Twitter, Channel 4 saying that we win tonight, we cinch the 7th seed.
I think that's right. Yeah, if you win tonight, so it's going to be, we're talking about the 7 or 8 seed. And if you lose tonight, I think you're going to fall to that 8-9 game, because I don't think you're going to beat Utah State, and I think Fresno State's going to beat Wyoming on Saturday, so you fall into that 8-9 game and get Air Force again.
Well, I mean, times have fallen, man. Just a few we owned Pitt West, and now we're cinching 7 seed.
Cinching 7 seed. We're going to wrap up that 7 seed. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, kind of crazy, huh?
That's how. And when we were sitting here at 13-1 or whatever your number was, probably weren't looking at that, right?
Yeah, it's just times have changed, and I don't know what we're going to do, but something's got to get done. Well, talk to you guys later.
All right, see you. Something's got to get done. It's a fair. That's fair. But what? But what? JJ, your point's legit, man. And I mean, what are you advocating for? If they lose a lot tonight and the next,
well, I think that's
the time for
it would pick up a lot more momentum, even with people that are upset or done. Like I said, as of this morning, Paul Ware has had a bad year. Lobo basketball has struggled, but I wasn't there yet. But I could see a lot more people turning if it ended that way.
So,
but that is also a nice chunk of change, because what I'm looking at here, Watch Stadium story, yeah, right there, $1.3 million, because it fired without cause. It's 100% remaining base salary for contract year plus $350,000 for each additional year remaining in the contract.
1.3. I need them to win tonight, by the way, because if they win, they play on Wednesday at 2:30 as opposed to noon. So I can go back and get a nap. Because getting up and doing the show at 6 a.m. and then I can go back, get a nap, and then get back to the arena for the 2:30 game.
It is very important.
I don't
that nap
root
is
a lot. Like, I'm not a big, yay, cheer guy.
But tonight you're in.
But it'd be really beneficial for my life if
we'll just see a shot of the court, Jeff's course. I just noon tip.
All right.
Hey, look, there's Jeff. He's asleep.
Exactly. Hey, does your car look good? I don't know, after all this weather, maybe not, but you want to get it back looking good. New Mexico roads aren't friendly for your vehicle or your paint. You get rock chips and gravel roads and careless drivers, all make it look not that great. That's why you got to call On the Spot Auto Detailing. I do. You should. They can protect your vehicle's paint from a regular wax job all the way to a ceramic coating, which will last up to 5 years. Bottom line is you got a lot invested in your ride. Make sure you protect it. And you don't have to take it anywhere to get this done. They come to you where it's convenient, when it's convenient. They come to your home, come to your office, give it a thorough cleaning inside and out. They call it detailing. Stains, spills, pet hair, all gone. It'll be like the day you drove it off the lot. Those big car washes make you wait in line. Hundreds of cars go through them every day. And unless they keep those brushes clean, they may scratch your paint. And they're usually done in 7 minutes. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. How can that be? Certainly not as good as what On the Spot Auto Detailing is going to do. They'll spend an hour or more to get the job done right. While you're working there in the parking lot detailing your vehicle. Call On the Spot Auto Detailing, 505-859-2859. 505-859-2859 or go to otsdetailing.com.
Good morning, sports animals. Time is 8:11. Let's take another look at the roads. So there was a water main break at Wyoming and Manal. There was a lot of congestion there. Wyoming is still looking like a sheet of ice just north of Manal due to that water main break. So maybe try to avoid the area. It's going to be very slick around there. Take Mooner, Pennsylvania instead if you're still on that commute to work. And then we have an accident involving, an art bus. That's going to be at Central and Carlisle, blocking your westbound right lane. So expect a little bit of congestion in that area. And if you do see any other accidents, please give us a call at the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 in Comanche. From the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center, I'm Mike Determin with your sports animal traffic.
The legend lives here. Dan Patrick.
You're looking for an edge. Everybody in life is looking for an edge. Everybody.
The Dan Patrick Show. Weekdays at 1.
And then, do you have a moral compass there? And the Astros, the only reason why they're apologizing is they got caught. I don't know how you think that you can keep this quiet, though, with that many people involved. That's the amazing part of this. And they were blatant about it.
95.9 FM and AM 610. The sports animal.
Taco Bell's Nacho Fries return in a story about two friends who dive into the underground market of Mexican spices and warm nacho cheese sauce. Learn from their mistakes. Get your Nacho Fries today for a limited time at a participating Taco Bell location near you.
Dear Winter, you're back, and I see you brought your friends Sleet, Snow, Ice, and Slush with you. Luckily, two of my top sled dogs, the Tundra and the Tacoma, are revving to go. They drive with a whole bunch of terrain-tackling, weather-ready features, like active traction control, available four-wheel drive, and projector beam headlights. And you can get a deal and save a little cold, hard cash, too. Can't wait to chill together. Toyota.
Get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2020 Tacoma with $1,748 per $1,000 borrowed, or get $1,250 cash back on a new Tacoma. Offers end March 2nd. Toyota, let's go places.
Four-wheel traction control and four-wheel drive mode only. Rear-wheel traction control and two-wheel drive mode. Excludes TRD Pro and model number 7593. APR on approved credit from Toyota Financial Services. Cashback savings from Toyota Motor Sales USA Inc. Does not include college, grad, and military rebate. Must be applied to the transaction. No cash payment will be paid to consumer. Varies by region. See dealer for details. Offers end March 2nd.
Visit Toyota of Santa Fe, Larry H. Miller Toyota Albuquerque, or Larry H. Miller American Toyota. For more information, visit toyota.com. Toyota.
Fresquez Productions presents March Madness, a night of pro boxing Saturday, March 7th at Isleta Resort Casino. Matthew Diamond Boy Griego versus Ronnie Baldonado. Tickets from $25 at Isleta.com.
Cards up to the king.
March Madness, March 7th
at Isleta Resort and Casino.
We're headed to Vegas, baby. It's Jeff Symbieta, and the opening drive will be live from Las Vegas, Nevada, starting March 4th. We'll be watching the Lobos in the Mountain West Tournament, where the competition will be fierce. Can the Lobos make a run in the arena once known as Pit West, or will top-ranked San Diego State take it all? I'll bring you all the latest and the news from Las Vegas, so don't miss a minute. Our Las Vegas coverage is sponsored by 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK, American Home Furniture and Mattress, Hooters, Airport Parking, and Rudy Chavez, attorney at law.
If you own an SUV or light truck, finding the perfect tire just got easier. Let Leonard Tire and Automotive Repair show you what the Yokohama Geolander HT Geo 56 can do for your daily drive. It's one of the longest lasting tires on the road, is built for all-weather handling, and offers an amazingly quiet and comfortable ride. All this and a mileage warranty up to 70,000 miles. And right now, for a limited time, buy 3 select Yokohama tires and get 1 free at Leonard Tire and Automotive Repair, your full-service auto shop, 2nd and Lomas or Eubank and Manal.
TJ Trout here, and are you up for the New Mexico Trout Challenge? Every angler that competes the challenge gets a Trout Challenge coin, bragging rights, and their name in the New Mexico Trout Challenge Hall of Fame. For more information, go to the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish website.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. Indeed will also give you this sticky frog, which will suddenly leap and stick to the face of the perfect hire. Okay, there's no sticky frog. But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Visit Indeed.com/promo today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
You see them all around town. Cintas trucks and their service reps taking care of customers. When companies use Cintas, you know they're confident and ready. Cintas helps with their fire protection and first aid and safety programs, handles their apparel solutions, and helps keep their facility and restrooms clean and stocked. So you know those companies care about their employees, facilities, and image. When all those things work together, they're ready for business.
Oh, I'm ready!
Get Cintas and get ready for the workday.
More than just a pretty face. Dan Patrick.
I have this job with total autonomy.
Today at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
I got a lot of questions for y'all. But we're going to go to the phones first. 505-246-0610. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Bug. Look at that big bright light right behind me. I got to put my head right here, J. Cole. I can't move my head. Who knew I would be the eclipse? Ah! All right, Aaron, good morning. Thank you for holding. You're on the Quan's Auto Care hotline. What's up, Aaron?
Hey, Jeff.
How's it?
JJ. Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it?
You know, I guess my question to you guys about this Lobo basketball situation.
Yeah, I don't know if we got
how
answers.
How far does the university let this tank?
So
this whole, I'm not talking about just men's. I'm talking. There's a problem in the women's program too. And you know what? I could see the day if they keep Bradbury around and he keeps on going like this, where there's back to the old days where there's 50 people watching a basketball game at University Arena.
So, Aaron, what would you do if you were the Grand Poobah? What would you do?
I would finally get rid. For sure, I would get rid of Weir. He should have never been hired in the first place. This is another one of Paul Krebs' screw-ups. I told Vitale when he got hired, Vitale was bummed out because he got hired from New Mexico State. I told him this was a bad decision by UNM. This was an economy hire. It was all about money. It wasn't about anything else. And I basically, as a fan, the university just stuck it to the fans. And I don't blame people for not wanting to go no more. You know what? This is a joke. And you need to make a decision to get serious about it.
Where would you find the money?
These words would come out of my mouth.
Yeah, no, Aaron, I always ask the question, so if you want to make a move, what would you do? What would make it better? And so if you're going to go 1.3 on a buyout, and then, are you going to go on the cheap again? You're going to have to pay big for a coach. Like I would start looking 2 steps ahead, and I was just down the hall, and somebody was saying, why is it always fire the coach? Why is it always fire the coach? And it is, in some respects, it tends to be that way. But if you were going to make that move, you've got a lot of other dominoes that are going to fall after that, right?
Well, what are you going to do, Jeff? Are you going to continue to go this route? It's not going to get any better. What's to make it sound like next year we're not back in the same situation?
Yeah, you can't.
We don't know. I don't even know who's coming in anymore.
Nobody does. Yeah, fair enough.
No, I don't even know what he's got coming in that's going to make this better. Yeah. And it's going to take another 4 years for him to get this
you don't got taken care of. Yeah, you don't have another 4 years.
The patience is gone with the fans. They're done.
All right, Aaron. No, I appreciate the call. Don't be a stranger.
So one way or another, both programs are going to sink if you continue on this way.
All right. Thanks, Aaron. So it sounds like Aaron's ready to make a change at both spots. And I'm going back to the phones here in a minute, but my question was what I just asked him. What do you do? What do I always ask you when people tell me, well, we got to fire the coach? What do I always say?
There's always another coach, but in this case,
always
it's
another coach.
Finances. You're not firing 3 head coaches in your most prominent sports all in 1 year.
In contract.
So you're not moving on from Bob Davey, Paul Ware, and Mike Bradbury.
Wow.
It's not happening. But I think there'd just be a lot of noise and push if the season ends in another 3 losses.
All right, I was just asked down the hall, why is it around here, and somebody relatively new to this market, that everything is always fire the coach here? He listened to football season, now he's listening to basketball season. How does it always get to fire the coach? He says when I was at where he was previously, and it was pretty prestigious program. It was never fire the coach. It was this has to change. But what is it? Fire the coach. He says always around here it's fire the coach, and the next guy should come in for cheap because he should be happy to be here, and it's an honor to be here. And we're not going to pay a coach $1 million. Well, fine, and he's not wrong. It's been a tough year around here. Your football team went 2-10 after going 3-9 the 2 previous seasons. Your basketball team isn't going to the postseason for the 6th
You
straight
get
year?
why football got there.
I get it.
But for how many people that don't think Paul Ware can do anything is
right.
Unfortunately growing.
If you're going to tell me fire the coach, I want to hear a solution. And it's not just fire the coach, because then there's a whole lot more after that. I got 1.3 that I owe him. I got, and I'm not telling you, I think
there's assistant contracts.
Yeah,
you've seen a plan to this.
There's a lot that goes into it. Hello, Jim. How you doing?
Well,
where the hell you been? I was hoping it was you. I thought that one might trigger you a little bit.
I tried to sneak in yesterday as an old friend, but you got carried away in coffee talk with the Sweet Deal dude.
Yeah, we had the Sweet Deal dude sitting here. You were the old friend?
I was.
Wow,
mystery caller,
you had me.
shopper.
You had me thinking the whole time. Wonder who the old friend was. And then I started thinking, who was the blast from the past? Was she hot?
Did you toss and turn last night? Was that it?
All night long. I didn't sleep because of you. Yeah. What's up?
Hey, can we just clean up some loose ends real quick? So, what happened to Hosehead? You guys run him out?
Yeah, he opted. Basically, he had it for his situation.
Hoser is now an old friend.
He's an old friend.
Yes. Did he leave to go homeschool his 14 children?
That's right. He couldn't afford to be away for the daycare. Yeah.
How's the new guy working out?
He's
you got
all right.
a nickname for him? Anything? Hazing him or no?
He's all right. He's good. He smiles a lot. He's doing traffic pretty well. Usually we get on the air, he's good.
All right. If you're going to go down the nickname route with him, I've been thinking about Biff or Tad. He kind of has that deep voice, like a Biff.
Tad. All right. I work on Tad. What do you like, Tad? Hello, Tad. All right.
Tad live on traffic. So,
hello, Tad.
Wow, how about our Lobos, man? They better clinch that 7th seed. I've got a big event in Vegas that runs over the 8-9 game. Like, come on.
I got a nap.
Right?
That's my nap time, dude. I go in, I do the show from 6 to 9. I go back to the hotel and nap. I can make it back for the 2:30 game, but that noon game's going to be tight.
No, I'm serious. I've got a deal over the 8-9 game. And come on, Paul, let's get this done. So here's the deal, man. Like, big picture, just to go down this path with you. So, I mean, if you recall the 2006-2007 Great Recession, the year after that we had a jobless recovery as the first year of the recovery.
Does it sound like
and
the
next
last 2
year
days?
we will. Yep, just, some learning on you. Yeah. We will have a fanless recovery, even if they're good, right? Like, they may start 15-3, and people will still hold back, right? So next year they could be good, but it's not going to have a meaningful impact on attendance and season ticket revenue. And what I worry about, and again, I know you want people to bring you problems, you want solutions. We can talk about that too, maybe when I call in again. But we're nearing the same type of run that we had with football, right? And that we had Loxley who burnt the thing down. We had Bob come on, have some success, but he had a fanless recovery as well. And now when you look to basketball, we had Craig Neal, right, who did his best, who left with this thing on fire, right? And now we've had Paul, for 3 years. So now we're 7 years out, right, from meaningful success. And I think with Paul, the issue is I don't get carried up in this trend about we always say fire the coach. I look at each data point uniquely. And in this case, it's fire the coach from folks, not because of the wins and losses entirely. It's because of the other stuff as well, right? And so those are my concerns.
I think it's fair. Fanless recovery is interesting, and I like the term, and I think that's exactly what Bob Davie had. The 9-4 season, you didn't see the return, and I've told the story a bunch of times. I was sitting in the Anaheim Hilton with my boss, right? Watching Wyoming get run over. Every time we looked up, there's a Lobo guy running for another 65-yard touchdown, and you look up in the stands and nobody was there. Fanless recovery is an interesting term, and it'll be interesting. Even if they jump out to a 15-2 start next year, how fired up will people be? Will they still be cautious because of what happened this year? It's an interesting way to look at it.
Well, I'm glad you like that term. I haven't called in for like 3 months because I've been running that term by focus groups.
No, it's good. I'm glad you studied it and researched it and didn't just throw something against the wall on this here award-winning radio show and hope it would stick.
Yeah.
All right,
well, I'll
don't be
reach back out again in May or June. You guys do well.
Good.
Thanks.
Good to hear from an old friend.
All right, bye.
See, that's actually really good. What do you
time
think
invested
of
in that.
Yeah. Fanless recovery. No solutions there. More of a prognostication.
Is there ever any solutions to anything that's debated?
I'll give you a solution. I'll give you a solution. If you're dealing with lack of energy or low T or erectile dysfunction, I got a solution for you. You call New Male right here in Albuquerque, and they've been helping guys all around the country. There's a men's health clinic right here. New Male can help you deal and give you the solution for lack of energy, low T, erectile dysfunction. Just call them. New Male's helping thousands of men all over the country feel better. They've been doing it for years. New Male is the leader when it comes to men's health. Cutting-edge technology, the latest treatments. They're helping men deal with depression, hair loss, ED. Just pick up a phone and call New Male at 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, or visit numale.com. A little more truth for you, gentlemen. Men reach a certain age, low T, ED, lack of energy are all natural. But that does not mean you've got to live with it. And it certainly doesn't mean you should be ashamed of it. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Call New Male at 505-652-1688. The process is comfortable. From the phone call to your first visit to the treatment, the results are real. Do yourself a favor and take care of you. New Male, 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, or visit newmale.com and feel better.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company. Come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits and not.
Joe Burrows in his tiny little hands. What the hell is going on in this world? This is the world we live in, man.
Combine measurements.
Well, I don't know. His hands are only 9 inches. They should be 9, at least 3 1/4 and 8.
You know, if you had 9.5-inch hands, you would have thrown 70 touchdown passes.
Oh, that's right. What the hell? Consider retirement after I was informed the football will be slipping out of my tiny little hands. Thank you, Joe Burrow. All right, it's the opening drive.
Just shot put it.
like Phillip Rivers. And he made a career out of it. 2460610. Just got a text from Ralph in Carlsbad, California. Are you guys going to the conference tournament? Yes. Sports Channel will be there. We'll be there again next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The show will come to you live from the Thomas and Mack Center. Thank you to Rudy Chavez, attorney at law, for sending us there. Remember, Saul calls Rudy. Airport parking, park for less than half the price of Sunport parking. Hooters is your college hoops headquarters. American Home Furniture and Mattress, they guarantee you will pay less. And 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK. Call Clay Miller at 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK. It's the opening drive, and this is a train wreck. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and Hoser's not here. Micah's still here. And, how long do you think I'll do the Hoser thing?
For a while.
How long did, when we came over from the closet, did I give the wrong number on the?
It's in the. I still do the Fard Records thing all the time.
Yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. All right. Lobo Hobo says Tavian Percy. Jeff, have we seen his last game in a Lobo uniform? Next to Vance Jackson, I hear his name the most as a transfer candidate. Okay. I thought that yesterday when I saw the email come across. I wondered if he'll ever play again in the Lobo. I don't. Look, man, at this point, I have no idea who's coming back, who's going to go. The transfer portal is such a real thing. It's such a prominent thing. And will anything surprise you with this team, personnel-wise?
Well, anything... I think it's the guys that...
If Jordan Arroyo transfers, you'd be surprised, right? I will.
Well, depends on where he goes. Maybe he goes somewhere just to play. And it would be the guys that redshirted. But are they close to being graduate transfers? That's something to watch out
for.
Who
are we talking about?
Like a Zane Martin or Avante Hendricks.
Yeah. Like I said, nothing will surprise me. Tommy, good morning.
Hey, what's up, guys? Tommy, the truth at you. You guys are talking about Burrows and his small hands, right?
His little tiny hands, yes.
Oh, yeah, that's really going to affect him. The thing I'm worried about with him is just going to Cincinnati, a team that hasn't, I believe, won a playoff game since 1990.
That's what he probably should say. I'm worried about going to this little tiny market and playing for this little tiny football team more so than his tiny little hands.
They're cheap. The assistant coaches are even paid less than the assistant coaches on other teams in the NFL. That team is cheap. That ownership is cheap. And that's what I'm worried about for him going there. I'm all in about, go where you're drafted. I'm old school when it comes to that. That organization is just, he's going to have to really question if he really wants to go there. Maybe, Carson Palmer said, I want to go there. I can save it. But he couldn't save it. He didn't make a difference. He couldn't save the organization.
No, I love the fact that guys want to take on a challenge. I do, and I appreciate that, and this is where I'm going, and I've got a great opportunity. I'm thankful for it, and go do it. But and it feels to me that's what he's doing, and he's an Ohio guy, which I really think plays into his whole attitude. But go do it, man. This is a guy that a year and a half ago you never heard of because he was languishing in Columbus and couldn't get on the football field, and now he's going to be the first overall pick. So.
Yeah, maybe you go there, your rookie contract 3 or 4 years, and you just see the writing on the wall, and then you figure after that, I'm just leaving after my rookie contract.
Or it works. Or maybe it works and you turn the whole thing around. Who knows? But go do it. Yep.
We'll see.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
All right, man. Later. I think him being from Ohio makes this a little bit more palatable for him, right? If it was a California kid or a Florida kid or a Texas kid or a Pennsylvania kid who wasn't Pennsylvania not as much, who wasn't as familiar with their family, like I appreciate him wanting to take on that challenge. To Tommy's point, Carson Palmer tried to do it as well,
and then Carson Palmer is also telling him not to do it now.
He is, because Carson Palmer went through it and realized it can't be done. Yeah,
the home state does have a feel like LeBron would have never went back to Cleveland if he wasn't from Akron.
Correct.
So that played a factor into it. I think Joe Burrow, there's still your number one overall pick. Like there's still that element to it, even if you don't want to play there. You're number one overall pick in the NFL draft, and that still has its cachet. And you put that on a plaque in your wall. Hey, look at me! I was number one overall pick. But he's saying the right things now. It's a combine, it's talking season. Say I'll show up, I'll do whatever is needed. Then when it gets closer, could all ignite again. But it's Joe Burrow and Tua. Those are the two dudes that I'm all in with at quarterback in this draft.
You are all in on Tua, huh?
Yeah. All the positive reports of his progress at this point in time, those are the two guys that I think can be franchise-changing quarterbacks out of this class. And I think that's also a real conversation is, are you in on Burrow because he's the best guy, he's from Ohio, or...
Wins. Where he wins.
So does Tua.
Yeah, there's no doubt. But Tua can't stay healthy. I mean, I'm really concerned about Tua's durability in the National Football League because I think skill-wise he's fantastic. I think instinct-wise he's fantastic. I think as a playmaker, I think he's fantastic. But, yeah, absolutely concerned about durability because a lot of those were non-contact injuries.
I'll take my chances on the talent over some guy that's just going to be healthy but not be any good.
Justin Herbert. Yeah. Who says I've never taken a snap from center? Well, at some point, you're going to have to do that, young man. I believe.
And spend the summer taking snaps.
Yeah, just that's all you're going to do. Just take snaps. Find a guy who's got a good back and can bend over for 3 hours and just fire footballs into your hands. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Adam Deal, the Grand Poobah from ProView Networks, is going to be with us coming up at 9:15. District tournaments are underway, so we'll talk with him. I got a bunch of emails to get through to you on the subjects from this morning. It's the opening drive. We're on ProView Networks. You can watch us worldwide. J-Pole is producing for you. ProViewNetworks.com or on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM, or listen to it on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is 8:40. Let's take our final look at this morning's roads. So earlier we had a water main break at Wyoming and Manal. There was a little bit of congestion, and it looks like Wyoming is still going to look like a sheet of ice. That's going to be just north of Manal due to that water main break. So if you want to avoid the area, it's going to be very slick. Take Moon or Pennsylvania instead. And we have a major crash involving a semi on eastbound I-40. That's going to be just west of 12th Street, blocking 2 right lanes. We're starting to see a lot of delays and backups forming there, so expect that if you're still on the commute to work. And then we have an accident on the Lomas off-ramp from northbound I-25. That's going to be blocking 2 left center lanes. And if you do see any other accidents out there, please give us a call at the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167, brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 in Comanche. From the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center, I'm Micah Turman with your Sports Animal Traffic.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Maaco. Say goodbye to those scratches with a paint repair at Maaco. Go to Maaco.com for more info. Updating a pair of Monday's minutes, David Ayres, the emergency goalie who helped Carolina defeat Toronto Saturday night, was honored yesterday with David Ayres Day in Raleigh, where Governor Roy Cooper declared Ayres, a Canadian by the way, an honorary North Carolinian. Moreover, proceeds from the sale of Ayres jerseys and t-shirts will go to a kidney foundation, as Ayres is a kidney transplant recipient. On Monday, we also mentioned a true Tar Heel, Arizona southpaw Madison Bumgarner, who was busted for competing in professional rodeo competitions under the alias Mason Saunders. The minor league San Jose Giants yesterday announced Mason Saunders Night. Anyone wearing a rodeo outfit or a Bumgarner jersey on June 5th will get 2 free tickets to a future game. And that's no mad bum steer, I'm telling y'all. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Are you tired of staring at that dent? At Maaco, getting collision repaired is as easy as book, quote, fix. Come to Maaco for a collision repair backed by our best price guarantee. Uh-oh? Better get Maaco.
Refreshing bath updates at the right prices. Start with Lowe's. Shop our bath savings event to get up to 40% off select bath essentials, including vanities, faucets, toilets, and more. Plus, when you spend $2.99 or more on kitchen and bath purchases using your Lowe's Advantage card, you can get 24-month special financing. Finish off your project with a new coat of paint and save 15% when you buy any 4 Purdy paintbrushes in-store only. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Bath offer valid through 4/8. Credit offer valid through 2/28. Subject to credit approval. Exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with other credit-related offers. U.S. only.
Head clogged with sinus pressure, congestion, and a stuffy nose? The worst. But you can get fast relief from Vicks Sinex nasal spray. It works in seconds and lasts for 12 hours. 12 hours. So breathe freely, fast with Vicks Sinex. Use as directed.
What you gotta do is give me some money, okay?
Get your share of free money. Your chance to win just by listening and texting. Listen for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the national keyword to 95819. And you could win $1,000. It's that easy. You're listening anyway. You love to text. And you like getting paid. We can't make it any easier than that. For complete rules and information, visit our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Free money. Free money. 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
Do you own or rent your home? Sure you do.
Fortunately, Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and auto insurance. It's a good thing, too, because having a home is hard work. Go to geico.com, get a quote, and see how much you could save. Geico.com. Easy.
Dear Snowplow, you're always pushing it, which I totally respect. Because with RAV4 LE's all-wheel drive and multi-terrain select, I go almost anywhere I want. And with over 200 horses under the hood, I dare almost any storm to try and stop me. In a Highlander, I've got all the room I need to roam with spacious seating for up to 8, an available 3.5-liter V6 that's revved up and ready for whatever's next. I'm all business. Your move, Toyota SUVs.
Visit your local Toyota dealer today for great deals on the new 2020 RAV4, RAV4 all-wheel drive, and RAV4 hybrid models. Visit Toyota.com for more details. Offers end March 2nd. Toyota. Let's go places.
Visit Toyota of Santa Fe, Larry H. Miller Toyota Albuquerque, or Larry H. Miller American Toyota. For more information, visit Toyota.com. Toyota.
TJ Trout here, and are you up for the New Mexico Trout Challenge? Every angler that competes the challenge gets a Trout Challenge coin, bragging rights, and their name in the New Mexico Trout Challenge Hall of Fame. For more information, go to the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish website.
We're headed to Vegas, baby. It's Jeff Symbieta, and the opening drive will be live from Las Vegas, Nevada, starting March 4th. We'll be watching the Lobos in the Mountain West Tournament, where the competition will be fierce. Can the Lobos make a run in the arena once known as Pit West, or will top-ranked San Diego State take it all? I'll bring you all the latest and the news from Las Vegas, so don't miss a minute. Our Las Vegas coverage is sponsored by 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK, American Home Furniture and Mattress, Hooters, Airport Parking, and Rudy Chavez, attorney at law.
Fresquez Productions presents March Madness, a night of pro boxing Saturday, March 7th at Isleta Resort and Casino. Matthew Diamond Boy Griego versus Ronnie Baldonado. Tickets from $25 at Isleta.com. Cards up to the king. March Madness, March 7th at Isleta Resort and Casino.
This is what Flo from Progressive sounds like in one of our many hilarious commercials.
And basic motorcycle policies start at just $75 a year. I know, right? Do you think I say I know right too often? I do. I know, right? I have to stop, don't I? I know.
And this is what that same commercial sounds like on your motorcycle. Yeah, even our commercials are better on a bike. Progressive keeps you on yours. Get a quote in as little as 3 minutes at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.
Hi, it's me, your nose. I'm so congested. Use the Vicks Sidex nasal spray, would you? Mouth breather. Yeah, the Vicks Sidex nasal spray. Starts working in seconds and lasts for up to 12 hours. I can breathe again. Vicks Sinex nasal spray is incredible. I feel like a whole new nose. Oh, let's buy a new car so we can smell it. Oh, we're really breathing now.
For nasal congestion relief, get Vicks Sinex and breathe freely fast. Use as directed.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael and Mike.
Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, y'all been everywhere today. I'll take you some places now, too. It's opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Micah, or Tad, or Biff, or whatever they're calling you now. And J-Paul.
Kind of got that Todd vibe.
Everyone's got their own nickname for me now.
What's your mama call you?
That's your name.
Nope. I'd decline that answer.
Really? All right, that'll be good to find out. Emails Jeff at 610knml.com or JJ at 610knml.com. You can call the show 505-246-0610. Adam Deal from ProView Network is going to be in studio at 9:15. Tomorrow we catch up with J Palm. Little J Palm in the morning. We'll go to J Paul in the morning. From J Palm from CBSSports.com. Rod says if it's good enough for Grammer, if Jeff Grammer can fly commercial, then it's good enough for Lobo basketball. Really? Instead of spending money on charters, they should put pressure on the Mountain West to change the schedule. Oh, here we go. For example, going back to where they used to play at CSU on Thursday, followed by 7,220 feet on Saturday in Wyoming. That way they get 2 road contests knocked out on one trip. Okay, could they charter home? Or then should they play Saturday night in so if they could charter out of Laramie and be home that night, or should then they spend the money in Laramie or bus down to Denver and take a flight in the morning? And I get it, man. When you hear that they're spending money, it bothers you. I got it. But yet you want to play with the big boys, and you want to be in the Sweet 16, and you want to be able. Why can't we play with Oregon and Arizona? But you don't want to spend the money like them. I get it. But why can't we want the coaches and we want the players, but we don't want to spend the money. If there's a budget, and they can afford it, and they can afford these charters, and it's better for the student athletes and better for the program, like, why does it bother you? Can you help me with this one? Is it just the fact that you see they spend money?
Money being spent.
But do you think I'm wrong? I mean, I hear all the time, why wouldn't
they don't charter every
They do not charter
trip.
every time. That's right.
Specific trips.
I hear all the time, why can't we be San Diego State? Why can't we be Gonzaga? Why can't we be Boise State in football? But yet you don't want, and this isn't all of you, but you don't want to, even when you have the resources, when you budgeted the resources, you don't want to spend it. I knew that email was coming, but I don't understand. It's the whole thing. I don't want to spend any money. I want a coach to come here, and he should be happy making $250,000 a year, even though market value's $900,000 or $1 million. I get San Diego State and UNLV and they're chartering, but we don't have the money. This is New Mexico. We're poor. We're not that poor anymore. I don't know if you saw there was a lot of money from oil and gas. If they've got the budget, why? I mean, are you on the same page, or are you on the other page on this?
If it's budgeted in,
yeah,
with what they're doing this year, I have no problem with it.
Yeah.
As someone that's experienced that, it is nice.
Yes. I mean, it's inarguable. If you can get
there
an hour and a half after a game and get
and
home,
then get back,
as opposed to get home tomorrow night. I read Grammer's story. Jeff got home 24 hours after the game ended.
And it's also then you're not giving credence to the other stuff that we're said. Like, hey, we get back, get these guys on campus, get back to student
Study
athletes,
hall.
practice
Yeah.
for 2 days, and before we have to get to a game.
Especially this week, right? They played on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So they would have got back probably on Monday, missed a whole day of school, and then got on the road again on Tuesday for a Wednesday game. Like
it's either that or you just want them staying out there the whole time. Just go from Boise down
and
to
totally
Colorado
missing
Springs.
classes. And well, they're not student athletes, Jeff. Oh, okay. All right. Well, when you make it that way, then they're probably not. Yeah. James says they have to win, Jeff. They just have to. Both Lobo basketball tonight and the Phillies tomorrow need something positive going into 2021. I can't imagine how ugly summer's going to be around here if neither wins another game. Okay. Bruce, how weird is Selection Sunday, March 15th, going to be around here, Jeffers? If Lobo basketball, the Lady Lobo season, have been over for 10 days to 2 weeks. Yeah, that's one of the crazy things about this season.
Yeah.
Because the conference tournament is going to be a week back. Like typically, the conference tournament ends on Saturday and the selection show is on Sunday. But because of the early conference tournament, it's a week earlier. It's going to be weird. Yeah. Debt payoffs. Could you guys give us the latest on the debt payoffs for Lobo and Aggie Athletics? Has the governor signed off yet? Weir himself brought up those facts, marriage and health concerns in his news conference. Yeah, he did. But okay.
But it's not a bad thing if you
1 minute
with life as a coach.
Life
like
as a
it's
human
been
being.
presented by one that's multiple times that's called in the email, like somehow that there's
same one.
Like he doesn't care as much because he's figuring out how to be a coach and a husband and
I want
father.
a guy who's going to die on the bench for us.
Like it doesn't mean he's a bad coach because he's handling things in his life better. I'm not on board with that opinion. I think that's ridiculous. Like who would want to ever come do that job if you're getting
That's right.
getting flack for being a better human being to your wife and your kids?
Yep.
But it just doesn't mean enough to him. I don't see it. Die for Lobo.
30.
All right. I'm working on maybe Sed Bonner when we come back. He's going to call the game tonight. Lobo's in Air Force. Adam Deal's going to be in studio coming up at 9:15. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Micah, and J. Paul on 95.9 FM and AM 610. That's how it used to be. The sports animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all.
and you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know Him and follow His teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service.
Lobos at Air Force tonight. You can listen to it over on News Radio KKOB. Hunter Green and Robert Portnoy will crack the microphone with a pregame show at 6:30. 7 o'clock tip. If you watch the game on ESPN3, it'll be Trey Bender and our buddy Sed Bonner. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. Why'd you give me that look?
This is a dude we haven't talked to in a while.
It's been
I'm
forever.
glad we can talk to him.
Yeah, and it's usually during football season. I'm glad we're able to just track him down. He was able to get the kids to school, and he's got the commute all the way down to the Springs tonight. He'll be on the call on ESPN3. It's been too long since we caught up with our buddy Sed Bonner. How you living, Sed?
Day by day, young fellas. How you guys doing?
Everything's good. Not as good. I mean, I don't know how you got this gargantuan matchup tonight. Air Force has lost 9 of 10. Lobos have lost 4 in a row, 7 of their last 9. Two teams who really got to find a way to get something done tonight down in the Springs.
They do, man. It's just too much ability on the floor for both teams to have them be in the situations they're in, especially the Air Force team coming in with all the hype, with all the seniors coming back and, finishing 6th a year ago in conference play, and they have just struggled mightily.
Why is that? Because I think Dave Filipovich is a really good coach. They've got shooters at times. They seem like they're an Air Force disciplined team. What's been their deal?
I think the ball gets stuck at times. Going into they run a lot through Lavelle Scotty, and he scores a ton. But when he scores a ton, others kind of get lost in the cracks. And I think the biggest guy to watch for me would be Ryan Swan. Their 4 conference wins. He's averaged 21 points a game, 6 boards in those conference wins. And Scotty's numbers are down in those wins, but they're up in the losses. So just sharing the basketball, making sure it's moving, which is a Air Force staple, moving the ball and the motion offense. If they do those things, they have a shot.
All right. There's a New Mexico team that was picked 2nd or 3rd. Now they're battling for the 7 or 8 or 9 spot or whatever it is that they're going to end up with. We know about all the players who aren't there. I don't know if you talked to Paul yesterday. We have no idea who's going to be on the floor tonight. We watched them the other day, and 3 guys who have been getting time were benched in the first half. 1 didn't get on the floor. I'm not even sure where Paul is with this team is it just playing the young guys? Is it trying to get a win before we go to Vegas? I don't know. Do you have a concept on where they're going with this?
No, I'll find out this afternoon when I head down and have a chance to talk with him. It's a tough situation, and it's not anything he's done wrong. It's just the cards has been dealt, and they've got to find a way because, again, there's some talented players on the floor, really talented guys. They've just got to find a way to band together and realize that one man can't do it by himself. If they play together and do those type of things, and then they'll have a shot. And nobody wants that last seed because guess what? You get a date with San Diego State.
Yeah, I don't know that Utah State's that much more of a prize. Sed Bonner's with us. He'll be on the call tonight on the Lobos Air Force game on ESPN3.
Well, Sed, you're saying what a lot of people have about this team. They are individual talents, but they're not a squad. When you see them from afar on the basketball court, what are they?
I'm still looking for that galvanizing dude, that galvanizing player. You've got one guy with some experience. McQuatch has experience, but he's so quiet, nobody's really listening. You know what I mean? So who's galvanizing the team? I think Caldwell is a big loss for you guys. Anytime you lose a point, it's huge. Who is galvanizing this team? Like, who is really bringing them together and not just saying, well, okay, it's your turn to go down and try to make a shot. Okay, well, it's your turn to go down and make a shot. They got to find a way somehow to play together. And they've done that in spurts, and it's looked awesome, but they can't put it together, or they haven't strung it together.
Talking with Sed Bonner. He's going to be on the call tonight. The ESPN3 broadcast, Air Force and New Mexico. And it's been a challenging year for the Lobos, but it's been one where we've seen some pleasant surprises in the conference when one of those teams up there in Colorado State pushes San Diego State last night. Are they the biggest positive surprise this season, or has another team jumped out to you?
I think they have to be, and especially because they're doing it with so much youth and how fast, the David Roddies and those guys have really kind of jumped on board with Nico's plan, and it's been fun to watch. I've had them 3 times, and just watching these freshmen play like they've been around for 3-4 years has been awesome, and to the point where Nico Carvacho is now like a 3rd or 4th option. He's back to where he was a few years ago, where they had all the scorers on the team, and he's just able to rebound and play free and fluid. I think they're a great story because they're young and they're playing together and playing hard.
Said I look at this tournament and looking forward to being in Vegas next week and watching it because, maybe 2 weeks ago you said, no, it's San Diego State's, and while they're still the favorite, they got knocked off on Saturday. They got pushed by the Rams last night. Colorado State was winning inside of 4 minutes. You start looking at Utah State, the way UNLV is playing right now, Colorado State, Nevada has had flashes, and Steve Alford's had a lot of success in the Mountain West Conference tournament, and all of a sudden it feels like it's more open and could be more exciting than maybe we thought, a week and a half, 2-3 weeks ago.
I think anybody close knows that. I mean, San Diego State was pushed, even though they won games a little bigger than it looked. The scores were always tighter. Teams have played them tough. There's a lot of talented team. Even Fresno State with their young guys, they've got a big, they've got guards.
Boise State
as well.
Yeah,
I feel like there's so many talented teams and so many good coaches in this conference. It's pretty much wide open. I do like what San Diego State has done all year, but this tournament is going to be wide open.
I love what Utah State's playing, the way they're playing right now, and with Keita healthy. To me, hands down, the best big guy in the league. And I think Wetzel is good and Carvacho is good, but Keita is a different level. And when you've got a guy that's playing like that and is healthy, and then if Merrill continues to do what he's done and they've got experience, Utah State might be, and I know what San Diego State's record is, and I know San Diego State beat them twice, Utah State could be as dangerous as San Diego State is going into this tournament.
Absolutely. I think the experience of Sam Merrill and Keita being healthy, I think when they dropped 3 straight, they were going through some pains, trying to reacclimate him back to being on the floor, playing minutes. He was getting in a ton of foul trouble. Number one, he was probably out of shape still, trying to get himself going. But they weathered that storm, and when you've got the reigning Conference Player of the Year in Sam Merrill, who continues to just get better and better and always seems to make the right play, you have a chance to win.
A few more minutes. Sed Bonner's with us. He's going to be on the call tonight with Trey Bender on ESPN3, Lobos and Air Force.
Well, Sed, another team that's been impressive in Mountain West play is Nevada, 12-5 in conference. What have you thought about Steve Alford's return to the Mountain West?
I like what I see from Jalen Harris. I know that. I mean, they've got Meeks, the young big, that 6'9", can shoot it. Jalen Harris, man, is a guy that you look at him, you're like, man, okay, 6'3.5", 6'4", but he is extremely powerful from the waist down. His legs are strong. He can get his shot anywhere underneath the bucket. He can shoot it outside. He is something to be reckoned with, and I think they have enough talent around him with Jazz Johnson, guys that can make plays and do the things. The question for them, or for me on them, is can their bigs stand up to the Nimi Keitas and to the Orlando Robinsons, the big guys that are going to be in the tournament that they're going to have to go against? Can they stand up and produce when they're needed to?
Yeah, I think all that's right. Hey, I'm going to switch gears on you because, as you know, Sed also covers Mountain West football, and a former quarterback is Sed Bonner. Said the offseason's been borderline nuts. Half of the teams in the Mountain West are going to have a new coach next year, a new head coach. And just your thought on how everything spun, Rocky leaving San Diego State, ending up as defensive coordinator in New Mexico, and just your thought on the hires and specifically what New Mexico did with Danny Gonzalez.
I think it's awesome. It was time. I think I don't want to call it stagnant, but there had been a growth a few years ago under Coach Davey. He did a great job getting it going, but stagnant's probably the word I would use, and I don't mean that disrespectfully to Coach Davey because I love everything about him. He was good to us all the time, but it was time for some new blood in the building. Around the league, I was really shocked with Rocky Long leaving. He had a nice thing going there at San Diego State, doing a great job. They were in a good bowl game every year. They'd knock off Power 5 every year. All those things were going positive for him. Shocked to see him go. New Coach Bobo would probably not survive. Jury's still out on the Boston College
Adazio.
hire.
Yeah, Adazio.
Just knowing the landscape of the Mountain West, it's tough. You need somebody that understands it and that knows it. But the resources and the facilities and all those things Dazio will have at his advantage could bode well for him because they've always had a talented roster. We'll see. I know they have the former offensive coordinator from Ball State that ran a pretty wide open offense. So there's some guys there that I coached in high school that are playing at CSU that are excited about the offense and the wide open play. The ball could go anywhere at any time. So it'll be a big year. It's going to be a fun year.
Yeah, I think the two really, really interesting ones, if you look at it from the outside, are Steve Adazio going to Colorado State, and then Todd Graham replacing Nick Rolovich at Hawaii. Rolo had a heck of a run and seemed like so perfectly cast there in Hawaii, and you couldn't be geographically different, but it's in a lot of respects, you could see Rolo working at Washington State. The Todd Graham hire, to me, was really interesting in Hawaii.
It was, but think about this: when he went into Arizona State, they had struggled, and he got Arizona State relevant again.
Yes, he did.
So I'm on board with that hire. I think he's a good coach. I spent a lot of time down there in Phoenix when he was around there, and there was a lot of excitement around. Didn't all come to fruition, but he got him relevant. He's a great recruiter, and shoot, who doesn't want to go to the islands and play?
I do.
I definitely do. I think I got another half a year or something.
You must. You look good. You look like you could still play. Am I going to see you next week in Vegas? You going to be at the tournament?
I will be in Vegas, but I'll be there for the WAC tournament the week after. I probably don't get in until Tuesday.
Yeah,
I'll miss you guys.
That's the one bummer this year that they moved the Mountain West tournament back. So we're not going to be there same time as the Pac-12 and the WAC. Hey, appreciate you doing this last minute. Always, it's great to catch up with you. And
sounds like we're gonna have a WAC conversation too. Then
can we call you before the WAC tournament and get a little update on that?
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
We'll do that. Safe travels down to the Springs. Have a good call tonight. We'll be listening, and I'll catch up with you soon.
All right, miss y'all boys, man. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
Great to hear you. We miss you too. Thanks, Sed. Sed Bonner. You'll listen to him tonight on the ESPN3 broadcast.
Look at that, checking all the boxes.
Yeah.
Mountain West basketball, Mountain West football, WAC basketball. Look at that.
No, it was good, and I appreciate it. When you told me he was on the call tonight, we just sent out the signal. He dropped off the kids at school and was able to share some knowledge with us. It's the opening drive. Adam Deal due next on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
The King. Sports Talk Radio, Jim Rome.
If you don't say that you've been listening to me for 20 years, I say to you that is like maybe the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
The Jim Rome Show, weekdays at 10.
But it's really hard for me to say that, Broham, when you disarm me by saying, hey, Rome, great show, you're a good dude, I've been listening for 20 years. How do I then respond by saying, that's the stupidest idea I think I've ever heard?
95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
My son was playing in the finals, which I hated to miss, but I had a big deadline at work. Thanks to Total Wireless, my husband streamed the game to me over the nation's best network.
Yep, I'm your cameraman.
It was awesome.
Except for how tired my arms got.
Aw, thanks, babe.
You got this with Total Wireless. Get an unlimited plan for $25 a month, no contract. With a gig of high-speed data than 2G on the nation's best 4G LTE network. Total Wireless, total confidence. Available at Total Wireless stores. See terms and conditions at TotalWireless.com.
Ron Peterson Firearms is a Southwest premier dealer in antique and modern firearms. No matter what type of gun you are looking to buy or sell, Ron Peterson Firearms is the place to go. If Ron Peterson Firearms does not have what you're looking for in their online or in-store selection, give them a call. Their buyers will search the market looking for the firearm you want to add to your collection. See for yourself why Ron Peterson Firearms is the most trusted gun shop in New Mexico, located in the historic Nob Hill District on Central, just east of Washington.
We're headed to Vegas, baby. It's Jeff Symbieta, and the opening drive will be live from Las Vegas, Nevada, starting March 4th. We'll be watching the Lobos in the Mountain West Tournament, where the competition will be fierce. Can the Lobos make a run in the arena once known as Pit West, or will top-ranked San Diego State take it all? I'll bring you all the latest and the news from Las Vegas, so don't miss a minute. Our Las Vegas coverage is sponsored by 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK, American Home Furniture and Mattress, Hooters, Airport Parking, and Rudy Chavez, attorney at law.
Message and data rates may apply up to 5 messages a month.
Hi, I'm Drew Green, CEO of Indochino. It surprises me how many men don't consider custom when they're looking for a suit. At Indochino, you can create a custom suit that fits your body, personality, and style perfectly. Here's how it works. You'll choose from over 100 different customizations to find what suits you best. You choose everything from the fabric and lining to the shape of the lapels and pockets to even creating your own monogram. Then it's made to your exact measurements, so it fits you like a glove. It's important to me that everyone can afford the incredible experience of wearing a custom suit, so I make sure our prices are exceptional. Here's a special offer to create a suit that fits everything about you.
Create a custom suit at Indochino from only $399. All customizations included. And right now, get $25 off your first suit when you text FABRIC to 64,000. That's $25 off your first suit when you text FABRIC to 64,000.
Indochino, made for you.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. After you've been hurt in a car wreck, you wouldn't want to settle for getting half your car fixed. So why would you settle for getting half a check? The insurance companies have teams of adjusters and lawyers, and their sole job is to pay you as little as possible for your case. In a wreck, need a check? Call Lerner & Rowe Injury Attorneys today. We'll work hard to get you all the money you deserve and to keep you out of the courtroom. Don't be a victim twice. Call us at 544-4444. The call and the advice are free.
Lerner & Rowe can get you more. Call 544-4444.
Insurance Research Council, July 2014.
March is more than madness, it's badness. Fresquez Productions presents March Badness, a night of pro boxing Saturday, March 7th at Isleta Resort and Casino. The main event, New Mexico's Matthew Diamond Boy Griego takes on Ronnie Baldonado from the Philippines. Plus Willie Villanueva, Antonio Martinez, Clinton Chavez, Donald Sanchez. Authentic tickets start at just $25 at Isleta.com. Cards substitute. March Badness, Saturday, March 7th at Isleta Resort and Casino, where the fun begins.
Say hello to Macy's Star Rewards. Now all members earn on every Macy's purchase. Bronze members get 1%, silver 2%, gold 3%, and platinum members get 5% back in rewards. And your rewards can be spent on anything at Macy's, even top brands. Plus, get perks like free shipping for gold and platinum members and more. Earning and spending rewards excludes gift card services and fees. Star Rewards, it's how we love you back. Get the details in-store, on the app, or at Macys.com/Star Rewards.
Doesn't it seem like things are always getting more expensive? Groceries, the rent, even utilities. Cost of living is up, but Allstate can help lower your cost of driving. With new lower auto rates, you get the same high-quality coverage and hands-on expertise from a local Allstate agent. Now with new lower rates, you're in good hands with Allstate.
If you haven't quoted Allstate lately, it's the perfect time. Get a quote today. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Savings vary. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Dan Patrick Show. Later today at 1, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, really good to catch up with Ced. Going to be in Vegas next week. Looking forward to it. The opening drive will be live from the Thomas and Mack Center next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And now we got Ced there for the WAC the week after, which is good. I want to say thank you. 5 great conference tournament sponsors who are making sure that we get to Vegas for you next week. Airport Parking, park for less than half the price of Sunport Parking. American Home Furniture and Mattress, we guarantee you'll pay less. Rudy Chavez, attorney at law. Remember, Saul calls Rudy. Hooters, your college hoops headquarters, and 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK. Call attorney Clay Miller at 1-800-TRUCK-WRECK. What is up? He is the real meal deal. Adam Deal, the grand poobah from ProView Sports, is in studio and gracing us with his pleasure, tucked in shirt with his sports coat with his jeans.
No
today.
ripped jeans.
Yeah, I was off on the ripped jeans today.
Nice
That's how the
jeans.
kids are doing it, right? Isn't that the style?
Good, solid black shoes, right? No, there's no Converse on today.
Yeah, no, like, solid blacks. What? The solid blacks. I got the solid
You got
blacks.
the red tie, though.
The red shoelaces?
Red shoelace tie.
Yeah. Well, see, because there's a red stripe. See, right around the border of the shoe? It catches the red in the border of the shoe. See between the white and the black? There's a little red in there.
It's pushing
what
it.
did there? No,
That's
it's not pushing it at all. It totally catches that. See? Here. Where's the camera? Can you see him? Yeah. All right. What's up, dude? You all right?
Great. It's that time of the year, man.
Well, Deutsch said, is the ProView guy going to Vegas with you, Jeff, so we can get a behind-the-snes look at the Mountain West Conference tournament? So
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, no cameras allowed in Vegas.
Yeah, that's the rules.
All right.
Fortunately.
I got another email for you. I got all these emails for you. Before we get into the high school stuff, Richard says, question for Real Meal Deal. He even spelled it D-I-E-H-L.
Nice.
Jeff, since he was on the call, I'd like his thoughts on what's wrong with Lady Lobos after that historic upset by Air Force.
Historic.
Historic. It's never happened before.
Yeah, I don't know about historic.
They've never lost to Air
They were
Force in
both
the
at the
pit
bottom.
ever.
Well,
Ever.
That's
look,
history.
It's
first time
They
ever.
didn't just beat them, dude. They hammered them.
They were up by 21 going in the fourth quarter.
So Steve Davis always tells me, if you're going to win on the road, someone has to have a career game. And usually that's right. Like somebody has to have one of the games that they could brag about for the rest of their life. If you're going to win on the road, especially in an atmosphere like the pit, especially on the women's side of thing. And I'm forgetting her first name. Second name Snyder. Last name Snyder. For Air Force, had a
First
career
name
night.
greatest.
Yeah, had 34 points, and she couldn't miss. And they had 4 players in double figures, Air Force. And I thought that the energy from New Mexico was completely gone. It carried over. JJ, you did the game during the weekend on Saturday for the Mountain West against Boise, and they scored 10 points in the fourth quarter. Well, they had scored a combined. It was a combined 42 points in 3 quarters going into halftime against Air Force. So the offense just wasn't there. They made a late run. AJ Robertson on senior night had a really good night, finished with 29. Was really hot in the second half, but it wasn't enough. I thought the energy was there. I thought the intensity, focus, there was, I think, a total of 26 turnovers. They got out-rebounded on the offensive rebound on the offensive boards by 14. So it was just those kind of things. If you lose in those stats, you're going to lose. So it's been a sloppy finish for the women, that's for sure. I think it's actually hand in hand with the men, you could say.
Hey, you guys are like this since you're talking Lobos. JJ, I got I think this is my first ever email or call telling me to retire. That I'm old.
You to retire?
For me to retire. No, it's from Robert. It's on the Hobos. What's the home team here? Wow, 360 plus days a year to talk on hobos. I think that's him making it funny on Lobos. He said hobos to make it funny. Go outside, watch grass grow, and come back in, and that parrot is still talking hobos. Retire, bro. Give us a break for you and the 5 callers. Go to someone's garage, and you guys can hobo out.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. He should produce our show. Or obviously he should do the show better than us.
I mean, he obviously has valid points.
That's right.
Enough is enough.
I'm talking what people are sending in emails for and calling about. And
Don't talk about the most
nothing
important
about
sporting
retiring would be
events.
pretty good.
I think everyone would like to retire if they could.
After the last 2 days on the stock market, though, I don't know if I can. You're stuck with me, Robert. Sorry, bro. I might have.
Well, your lesson is learned. Don't talk about the most important sporting events in Albuquerque.
Yeah,
okay?
don't talk about the big.
Well, that's why Adam is here.
Yeah.
So we can talk some high school.
Just switch it up.
High school basketball, okay. It's not Lobo basketball. It's high school basketball.
What's there's a team called the Lobos. Who's
Chaparral?
Carrizozo?
Could be Chaparral, who, by the way, has punched their ticket.
Oh, yeah, they're in the state tournament. All right, what do we got? Districts. So J. Pole came in. I said, what game are you doing tonight? He says, I don't know. It just says on the schedule we're doing a game.
Right. Well,
Because
we
it's
had to
district
find out
tournament.
winners yesterday, yeah. So we'll be in District 1. Volcano Vista, who finished 4th in that crazy district, beat Cibola last night. So we'll be Rio Rancho Volcano. Last time they played, it went into overtime.
Nice.
Rio Rancho won, which really kind of ruined Volcano Vista's season, I'll be honest. Not ruin it, I guess it's not done, but ruin their seeding, what their seeding is going to be. So we'll be there. We'll be doing District 1 and then the District, I believe it's 2 championship with La Cueva and El Dorado in it. And the only way West Mesa can get in is by upsetting their way through that tournament. So we'll have those finals on Saturday. But We got a lot of Lobel basketball that we'll be doing for the Mountain West. We'll be doing a lot of Lobel softball this week. Also, we're out of town to do Western's last 2 home games, so a lot of college stuff, but then we will be doing semifinals on Friday, quarterfinals tonight, and then championship games for district championships on Saturday. So it's a busy week.
He's Adam Deal, the Grand Poobah from ProView Networks in studio.
Well, it's a busy week, but the question is, does it matter other than some more dollars in the pockets?
No, it doesn't matter. It's a big question going on. Everyone's talking about it. Buster Mabry, James Yotis, everyone's kind of bringing up polls like, why do the district tournament? The only reason it's valid is if somebody were to, who's not in the tournament, upset their way. And if you're not in the field of 16, likelihood of you winning this tournament,
teams?
27, yeah, the likelihood of you winning is not very good in the first place. I mean, I haven't seen it happen yet where you're not in the tournament and you play your way into the tournament by winning your district tournament. That's the only thing it has any kind of bearing on, because all the seeding and criteria from the NMAA is done. It's done from the regular season. So, right now, I could tell you, in my opinion, what I think the 5A bracket is. And, I've posted it, and I think I already know what it is on the boys and girls side without a crazy upset in the district tournament. So it's pointless other than a money grab. I say add some more season games or something if you want to add these games and make more money. I just don't see the point of them.
You know what that is, Jeff?
What?
That's a good tease to when we come back. Talk about the brackets.
When we come back.
The brackets.
Adam Deal's brackets. He is Jerry Palm of
Jerry Palm.
That's right.
Jerry Palm.
I just before you went the other way, I was going to get in there first.
I learned my lesson.
He's here.
And we can start planning Jeff's retirement party.
I don't know, man. 3 days ago, maybe, but after the market crashed the last 2 days, who knows? It's the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
The legend lives here.
You don't have to clamor for research.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Lava Rock Brewing Company, conveniently located on Albuquerque's west side, just south of I-40. You can come on in, enjoy our pizza, pasta, burgers, and more by Matucci's. It's all at Lava Rock. Lava Rock Brewing Company, come on in.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rawlins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
Adam Deal's in studio. So opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Micah, J. Paul. He's producing for you on the ProView Network. You can watch us worldwide on ProViewNetworks.com, on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM, and on Comcast Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. Adam's going into big season, and he has got brackets. He is Jerry Palmdale. All right, so you do brackets for everyone? Like, do you just sit around?
I try. I'll try to get them all by Sunday.
Will you start out with the 1A girls?
Nope, I go the other way. 1A girls is the last one I get to.
What?
Or boys, I'm not.
Yeah, the YABL girls.
It's just because it's what I cover, right? So
yeah, no, I'm down.
5A, 4A.
All right, J. Paul's probably got graphics built with that font that he likes.
Probably not yet.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, look, the NMAA, they have 6 criteria, and they go by it. People argue all day long about how you're wrong and blah, 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 but it's really like math.
You're wrong.
Now, the math is a little bit subjective
You're
because you have to know the coaches poll, and you really kind of got to guess that and base it off of past coaches polls, but you don't know what's going to be sent to the NMAA for people to manipulate whatever they want. So it's happened before. In fact, the NMAA for the first time last year released the coach's input, which is their final 16, and they released the results, which I think is very important because you get to see that last piece that nobody gets to see usually. So it's very, very transparent. Then it makes the process nice, I think. But in this case, in 5A boys, I'll just say the process is not good just because half the teams I think in the lower tier of the bracket are going to be probably the better teams in the state. And that's because you can't finish above somebody that finishes above you in district play. So Trisco Heritage on the 5A side had a terrible non-district season. They have no wins against district champs, which is one of the criteria. They're terrible in max preps. Their record is not good. And so they're going to lower teams like Cleveland and Volcano Vista and even Rio Rancho for that matter. So Las Cruces is probably going to get the 1 seed on the boys' side. Not probably. They're going to get it. Your 2-3 is Santa Fe Capital. 4 is Oñate, 5 is going to be Hobbs. This is my prediction, by the way. It's not what it is, but I do believe this is how it's going to go. 5 is Hobbs, 6 is going to be Clovis, in my opinion. 7 then is Atrisco. Then you've got 8 Cleveland, because Cleveland has to be behind Atrisco. 9 La Cueva, which is a terrible matchup for La Cueva.
Where are you reading this from? You got this all in your head?
Yeah, this is. Well, I've been doing this for like 3 days. Like it's just stuck in there.
Yeah.
Then your 10 is going to be El Dorado. El Dorado has to be seated behind La Cueva because they finished behind them. They should be a top 5 seed if not. What's that?
Who's the 10-3 game, or is it right?
So it would be the 10-7 game.
And who is
that? Would be a Trisco El Dorado, which would be a monster matchup. That's like a semifinal matchup.
What I'm doing on that first.
That's
game?
yours. That is all yours. That or Cleveland La Cueva. I would suggest El Dorado, Trisco.
Well, it depends. Where are they? What side of town is it going to be?
Well, I mean, it's
all the way
Trisco.
Out there.
Yeah,
you send the helicopter.
Yeah, the ProView cop. Steve's
the
private.
helicopter. Yeah.
I don't know. That's up to Steve Davis.
That's fair.
But so you look at it, so 10 is, what did I say, El Dorado. Okay, so your 11 seed is going to be, I think, Rio Rancho, which then Volcano has to be seeded behind Rio Rancho. They'd be a 12 seed. Volcano's like top 3 in the state, and they have to be seeded behind Rio Rancho, so they'll be a 12, 13, Roswell, 14, Carlsbad, 15, Centennial, 16, Gadsden. That's the way I see it. You can see all these on Twitter that I'm posting. I'm usually, in probably 99% on this, so it's pretty
that's Jerry
accurate.
Palm character.
It's really good, but sometimes there's a curveball because you don't know what the coach's pull is, but here's the problem. The overall thing is this right then? I mean, these great teams are having these terrible seeds, and it's not only bad for them, but it's bad for good seeds. Like, for example, if you're Hobbs and you're a 5 seed, do you want to see 12-seeded Volcano Vista?
So what would the change be to alleviate that?
Yeah, I mean that's the $1 million question.
Why are you playing a whole season?
I mean, well, yeah. So it's
I'm fine with it, actually.
But it just comes down to then your district, and some districts are completely weak, and then you get loaded district like District 1, and it's, I mean, you lose 3 games. Okay, Cleveland lost 3 games. Here's the games they lost to: a comeback win from Atrisco down by 28, come back and won at the very end.
Should have lost by 28.
Okay, that's 1 loss. The other loss
28.
is to Volcano Vista by 4.
Yep.
All right, and those two are battling, and then they lost to Cibola by 3. So Cleveland has lost by a combined 9 points.
And where are they going to be seated?
And they're going to be the 8th seed. Like it's just something that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
go out and play.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay,
seating
come
wise,
on.
should it be more like NCAA tournament?
So what do you think?
Where you play your way in, and then
you seed
you're seeded just
completely
based on
objectively.
I think take the criteria, and then there should be, the NMAA should get together and say, okay, what's right? Like let's.
I know they beat them twice, but the team that lost twice, we know is better than the team that.
No, but Cleveland also beat Atrisco. They split with Atrisco, and Atrisco's the district champ. So and then.
So what does the regular season mean then at that point?
Well, then what does the non-district schedule mean then?
Do you have a problem with the NCAA tournament doing that?
What do you mean?
So like if anybody, let's just take the Pac-12.
Kind of, I do. But,
If Arizona finished above UCLA, and UCLA got a higher seed than Arizona, that's okay, isn't it? That's how it happens in the NCAA tournament. So let's just say the NCAA tournament, what JJ said.
That much? How often does it? So take that
Like
scenario.
a ton, I would imagine, and especially
I don't know
in
that that's right.
in like the ACC with Duke and North Carolina, how they're all Virginia.
I don't know that I think that's
not North
right.
Carolina this
I mean,
year.
it happens randomly, but I don't think as often that it happens where the third place team in the Pac-12 will be seated higher than the first place team. I don't think so. I mean, there's no rule that says it can happen, to your point, but I don't think that's the rule. I see what you're saying, but
Well, maybe it shouldn't be a hard and fast rule, though.
yeah. So where's the fine line or the nice soft landing spot that says the regular season means something, but so does non-conference or non-district.
Well, that's exactly. Really, it's you could have the worst. Actually, you don't even have to play. You could forfeit all your games in non-district and then and beat everyone in district, and then
You get in.
That's why there needs to be a
So
little bit of
basically,
meaning.
why do we
to
even
it.
cover November and December basketball?
I mean, I'm not trying to go this far, but you get the point.
Why do I go to the LABA tournament and all these Joe Armijos?
They are
and
fun
everything?
tournaments.
Yeah, but
And
they
the
don't mean anything.
hospitality's nice.
When we get back down to it, are you saying there's too much emphasis placed on district?
That's what he's
standings?
Yeah, which is, I guess is a good thing in a way. I'm conflicted. I don't know what the answer is. I'm glad it's not my job.
What do the coaches think?
Well, I know they're trying to figure out some more meaning for the district tournament, which I would love. Like, can there be meaning to this district tournament? Let's just say if you finished above somebody in district play in the regular season, but in the district tournament you were ousted by that team. Let's just say you could take
you
either
could jump
team
them.
above each
Yeah.
other. I would like that. Would then give it meaning. Do you know? I mean, I think that would
Yeah,
that would change.
seeding at that point.
So right now, Cleveland and Volcano Vista, they would be playing their butts off to make sure that they don't get that 12 and 8 seed. You know, it would make this.
I'm down with
There,
that.
we
Because
just
then
we
you're
just
playing
fixed
for-
it all. I think we just fixed it collectively.
Yeah,
Good job.
so I finished fourth, but if I win the district tournament, then I'm the champion. It's like the automatic bid.
And you could take either one over each other. Then I think the NMA's
Ooh.
discretion, and I think that's
Now how do
good.
you
Then,
decide?
well, that's. I mean,
test, you're
there
gonna leave it
should
up
be
to
a little bit of debate about it. I like that there's 6 criteria and they go hard and fast by that. But why not have a little bit of, let's be objective and look
Get
at
yourself in, but
I know,
seeding
obviously,
can
then
be
people go,
open.
oh, then it's corrupt. They like the North or they like the South, and the South teams always get the benefit.
The Albuquerque teams always get the benefit, or the Rio Rancho teams always get the benefit.
Well, look at how many teams that I think are going to be in the top 8 that are not.
Well, the top
metro
6 right
schools.
now are outside of the metro area.
Yeah,
in your
exactly. I
bracket
have
right?
2 teams in the metro area that will be getting a home game in the first round. Again, it's
Who are they?
projected.
It's
would
Volcano
be
Vista.
Atrisco.
I'm sorry, Trisco.
Atrisco, I think, is 7 will host El Dorado. I think.
Okay.
And then I think that Cleveland will host La Cueva, which are 2 metro games against each other.
All right.
Like
what
La
about the
Cueva's
girls?
winning a district, and I think they're not going to get a home game. It's
Any
crazy.
anything to look out for the girls?
Yeah, it's the girls bracket has 6 teams that can win it. It's really good, maybe even more. Volcano Vista's been great. Hobbs is probably going to get the 1 seed. La Cueva just beat PV twice in a row in a district conference championship game and a tiebreaker. That's top 4 right there. You have Centennial Mayfield, really good. They both have 3 losses or 4 losses combined. And then I wouldn't count out West Mesa or Cibola locally either. Lori Mabry always kind of finds her way into the tournament, and then West Mesa, they're the defending champs. Manny Otero has proven to be one of the better coaches in the state as well. So girls bracket is going to be great. What I do love is they've combined now the 5A girls is at the pit with the 5A boys, which I think has just made the pit and that atmosphere a lot more fun. So it's all in front of us. I wanted to say this Sunday we've got we'll start at 5. It'll be the Pro V bracket breakdown. We're going to go through all of our projections of all the brackets, and then once the NMAA releases the brackets at 6, we'll have them for you. We want all your watch parties. We'll be live at Lava Rock if you want to come join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. So the whole Pro V crew will be there. It'll be good.
Everybody?
Just about everybody. We have other
live at 5.
Where are you going to be?
We have to cover the runners as well.
Where are you going to be?
We'll be at Lava Rock.
Lava Rock on the west side.
Yep.
Up by your place.
All right, walk on over.
Good to see you.
Come on, JJ, let's go. You're part of the ProView crew.
See you out there. All right, man. Good to hear you.
Thanks,
see
guys.
you. Have fun.
It's a blast. It's the best time. Best time of the year.
505-246-0610. You still got time to get in. I got emails for you. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Micah, Dre, Paul, Adam Deal. It's 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute. Could the coronavirus wipe out the 2020 Tokyo Olympics this July? The IOC's Dick Pound said this week that a go, no-go decision would occur by late May. And then around that time, I'd say folks are going to have to ask, is this under sufficient control that we can be confident about going to Tokyo or not, he told the AP. According to Pound, leading up to the games, a lot of things have to start happening. You've got to start ramping up your security, your food, the Olympic Village, the hotels, and the media folks building their studios. Postponing the games or spreading the events around other locales are not practical solutions, Pound claimed. Cancellation would be the only alternative should the virus reach pandemic status. Meantime, he advised athletes to keep training and assume the games will go on. Well, let's hope so. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Life doesn't stop for cold, so neither should you. Dayquil Severe provides maximum strength relief for your worse cold and flu symptoms, so you can get through your day like a champion. Dayquil Severe, the daytime, coughing, aching, stuffy head power through your day medicine.
Want to hear something amazing? Discover matches all the cash back you earn on your credit card at the end of your first year, automatically, dollar for dollar, with no limit on how much you can earn. Extra cash? Come on, how amazing is that? In fact, it's even more amazing when you realize all the places where Discover is accepted. Over 95% of places in the U.S. that take credit cards. So when it comes to Discover, get used to hearing yes more often. Learn more at discover.com/yes. 2019 Nielsen Report. Limitations apply.
Ugh, those nachos were rough on my stomach. When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea, try Pepto-Bismol liquid caps for fast relief and ultra coating. Nausea, heartburn, indigestion, Pepto-Bismol liquid caps. Use as directed.
What you gotta do is give me some money, okay?
Get your share of free money. Your chance to win just by listening and texting. Listen for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the national keyword to 95819. And you could win $1,000. It's that easy. You're listening anyway. You love to text. And you like getting paid. We can't make it any easier than that. For complete rules and information, visit our website, sportsanimалabq.com. Free money. Free money. 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Message and data rates may apply up to 5 messages a month.
Hi, I'm Drew Green, CEO of Indochino. It surprises me how many men don't consider custom when they're looking for a suit. At Indochino, you can create a custom suit that fits your body, personality, and style perfectly. Here's how it works. You'll choose from over 100 different customizations to find what suits you best. You choose everything from the fabric and lining to the shape of the lapels and pockets to even creating your own monogram. Then it's made to your exact measurements, so it fits you like a glove. It's important to me that everyone can afford the incredible experience of wearing a custom suit, so I make sure our prices are exceptional. Here's a special offer to create a suit that fits everything about you.
Create a custom suit at Indochino from only $399. All customizations included. And right now, get $25 off your first suit when you text FABRIC to 64,000. That's $25 off your first suit when you text FABRIC to 64,000.
Indochino, made for you.
Between school, kid team events, and work, getting everybody to the dentist is just one more thing for your to-do list. Comfort Dental can help save your valuable time. We're open until 7:30 p.m. on weekdays, and we're open on Saturdays too. Comfort Dental branded dental practices are independent franchises, owned and operated by state-licensed general dentists. We'll be there when you need us on weekdays until 7:30 p.m., and we'll be there on Saturdays too. Save time with Comfort Dental.
Ron Peterson Firearms is a Southwest premier dealer in antique and modern firearms. No matter what type of gun you are looking to buy or sell, Ron Peterson Firearms is the place to go. Ron Peterson Firearms is recognized nationally as one of the premier dealers of antique firearms. And the reason is Ron Peterson himself. Ron travels the country to attend estate sales and auctions to acquire antique and collectible firearms to add to their inventory. See for yourself why Ron Peterson Firearms is the most trusted gun shop in New Mexico, located in the historic Nob Hill District on Central, just east of Washington.
O'Reilly. This is Jesse's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
As a nurse, not making it to work was not an option. But driving through the snow with my wiper blades struggling, I just didn't feel safe. So I pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts, and before I knew it, an employee was offering to install the wiper blades on my car. I got to stay out of the snow for a moment, and I still made it to work on time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Night Ranger, live in concert, playing all their hits, plus deep cuts from their catalog. Night Ranger, live. Friday, April 3rd, 8 p.m., the all-new Isleta Casino Showroom. Reserve seat tickets on sale now at the Isleta box office or isleta.com. Do not miss Night Ranger, live. Isleta Resort and Casino, where the fun begins.
The Jim Rome Show is up next at 10. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, don't let this happen to you. Don't be the one who comes home to a break-in or goes to the office in the morning or the shop and you've been broken into or vandalized. Call IPS, International Protective Service. They protect my home. They protect my property. Look, when you get broken into, it takes a long time to recover. IPS is a security company, provides highly trained armed guards to watch your business or your home. You can have a full-time patrol. You can have a part-time patrol. They keep the bad guys away. If your alarm goes off, IPS is there. They respond with an armed, trained officer within 5 to 7 minutes. Police take hours sometimes. They come out, take a report. It's too long. Bad guys could care less. They couldn't care less about you, your business, your home, your property. They just want to steal something. IPS cares about you. Put them to work so your business and home is not an easy target. Their job is to stop break-ins before they happen. They protect homes and businesses when you're there, when you're at work, when you're out of town, you're on vacation, whatever it is. IPS delivers peace of mind. Call IPS 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. I'm going to get you a couple emails, and I'll get to the phones. Deutsch says, is the ProView guy? I already asked you that. Brant wants to know, some Lobo fans are done with Bradbury and Mr. Rogers, Jeff, and I don't think winning one more in the regular season and squeaking through a play-in game in Vegas next week's going to change their mind. It's fair. Let's see, all you guys want to talk Lobos, too. Robert wants me to retire.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking what you all want to talk. All the emails, all the calls, you guys—that's what you guys are talking about. Damn you, Jeff, for talking local sports on a local sports talk show.
Have a take. Yeah. We want to swing the other way. Have a take.
Sky says Lobo basketball needs a blue out, Jeff, and they need to run Air Force out of the built. They need a win where players can smile again and have fun on the sidelines. What? Why are you laughing? You knew what was written? If this is a struggle and maybe Lobo basketball shakes clear at the end for a 3 to 4 length win, it's going to feel like another loss. Not really. No, Sky, they need to win. All right, you ready for this? Oh, go.
That's why the thing with the conversation about the people being done with the coaches is you're going to have to deal with it. And just have hope. Find hope. Light at the end of the tunnel. That things can turn around. Because there's no way this university is firing 3 major head coaches in one season.
So I don't know what's left on
not
Bradbury, but you're talking about what 8.5, 830 to Davey, and $1.3 million. So that's you're north of $2 million in payouts there, and plus whatever Bradbury would be. You ready for that?
Not happening.
Yeah, that's how that'll work. Hello, Lance. Oh wait, I gotta hit the button. Hello, Lance. Where the hell is he?
Fell asleep.
Is he not on? You got him up? All right. Lance. All right. I went to him. He wasn't there anymore. Why are you shaking your head? You tell me he called 7 times? He called during Sed and during Adam. I know.
Rough estimate.
Right. All right. I tried. I went there. I did. Dave says garbage seedings, JJ. Cleveland blew out the number 2 seed Santa Fe, and they beat number 3 Capital in Santa Fe. Why are those teams seeded so high? Name one good team that those 2 teams have beat out in their garbage district. Volcano is one of the 2 teams who beat Las Cruces. Volcano has wins over El Dorado, Las Cruces, La Cueva, and Clovis. The districts are way too imbalanced to place so much importance on district seeding. District champ should be given priority, and after that, it should be how did you do through the whole year. That's probably right. That's probably look. There's got to be. Why play all these games? Why play your other district if they don't matter? You know what I'm saying?
And the question that is brought up this time of year is there a way you can tweak it enough to bring more importance back to the district tournaments, which are going on right now, but it's just kind of like whatever.
Yeah,
and then also be able to acknowledge district performance plus season long, and it's very similar to what we see with the NCAA tournament. I think you can win your way in, but it doesn't mean that you have to be a high seed if you get it guaranteed bid.
Yeah, if you make the district champion, the tournament champion, your champion, right? And give it some. What are we playing? We're playing for seeding. Yeah, I'm down with that. Bad Street thinks that was Lance's best call yet.
I'm not.
What?
J. Paul said a joke, so that's what I was laughing at.
Yeah, I'm not laughing with you or at you or whatever you. Whatever you. Yeah. All right. What do we see tonight? Do you even have a gut feeling on it? And I almost am asking you more so. What lineup do we see? Like who's playing tonight? Who do you expect? Do you expect to see Jordan Arroyo and Kurt Wegscheider and
I don't expect a ton of Jordan Arroyo.
Okay.
I think we're going to get more Quatch.
Starting lineup.
More Quatch in your life.
Oh, everybody needs a little more Emmanuel Quatch.
Starting lineup?
Yeah.
Going Zane Martin, Jaquan Lau.
Ooh, so you're going regular.
Quatch Malawatch,
right.
Van Jackson, Corey Manigault.
Okay. So your best 5.
Yeah.
All right.
Assuming they all responded the way we wanted them to.
They ran the steps the proper way and didn't miss one. Hello, Ken. Hello, Ken.
Hey. Hello, guys.
What's up?
Real quick. Cleveland, I believe, is still number 1 on Max Preps.
Okay.
They're ranked something like top something in the nation as well.
Top something.
I can't remember what that was.
Okay.
They beat Capital at Capital. They won the Hobbs tournament. They won Metro, and none of that matters. I think they're 23-3, and they're an 8 seed. And I understand they did not win their district, so I don't think maybe they should be a number 1 seed. But to go down to 8, if that's where they are, that's okay. Let's just go play them. I mean, whoever's in front of us. My daughter's a cheerleader at Cleveland. We've gone to pretty much every single game. When they're right, they're almost unbeatable. Agreed. I mean, they are absolutely fantastic.
Uh-oh. What'd you do to him? You got sniped with there.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick on the Lobos.
Yes.
We're going to have a conversation in about a year from now how we don't have any depth in the post. We have a freshman and a JC guy coming in next year that have no D1 experience, and we only have 2 true post players. Those 2 players, a freshman and a 7-foot JC. He looks like a project to me. If you look at his minutes and you look at how much he's scoring, he's 7-1. So we have excuses coming like you wouldn't believe for next year's setup, where we're not going to have any post play. No,
we can have that conversation right now. You got no post play. I mean, you got Corey Madrigal. That's it. You got one guy.
Well, and where is building a team? I mean, I don't understand. We have a lot of 6'6", 6'5" guys coming in. The kid from Santa Fe. We have the kid from Colorado Springs. We have another point guard at 6'6" coming in from back east. Where are the post players? I don't get it, because if you have foul trouble next year, or you get injured to one of those 2 players, or one of them get kicked off the team, you literally have one post player for next year. I don't get it.
I think, Ken, when the transfer portal hits and you have X number of guys leaving and scholarships to fill and other guys moving, and you go into the transfer portal, I would assume that would be a priority as you look at
1 minute.
transfers or wherever you go. But I think you and me and probably Paul have no idea exactly what the roster is going to look like next September, October. Got to go. We're done. Thanks, Ken.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you to Sed Bonner, who was with us today. Adam Deal was in studio. Good content. I'll consider your request for retirement, but I probably can't pull it off yet. Jay Paul, terrific work today. I mean, terrific work. Double-fisted on the coffee. It was good.
30 seconds.
Water. All right. Tad?
Yeah.
You made it?
Chad?
Todd?
Brad?
Biff?
Jake?
You made it?
Michael John?
All right. Jim Rome show's next. Dan Patrick's after that. Sports Bar 3:15 on News Radio KKOB at 6:30. Have a day, please.
Oh, you too.
Go out and
everyone
be
enjoy it.
Good to each other. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 a.m.